Welcome back, everybody. It's me, Burrito, and I'm doing two badges today. We're getting two trivia-oriented badges. Some of you may be familiar with the former, but not the latter, as it's unique to Legends. But the first one is called the Trivial Librarian, and it's here in Theed, at the Theed Palace, hence why I am outside. So let's go ahead and head on inside. Now, there is one note that I want to make about this badge, is that while there are no pre-existing requirements, some of the information you're going to be quizzed on actually comes from the RSF computer database. So if you want to have a chance at getting these questions right, you probably want to, check out that computer first. But I play this game a lot. I'm a gamer. I think I could probably handle 20 questions. Now the trick to these 20 questions though is if I get one wrong, I have to restart from the beginning. So we'll see how long this takes me. I have done it once before. It was about maybe 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, where I did it for a marathon stream where I was trying to see how many badges I could get within a period of time. I believe it was an 8-hour period window. And this is one of the ones I did. It didn't take me that long. Now, all of the questions, well, all the answers to these questions are on the SWG Legends wiki, and I'll have a link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, let's get started by speaking to this Tweelek who says, "Hello, welcome to the library. If you like, we could play a game. I'll ask you trivia questions, and you can answer them, all right?" Yes. So for these trivia questions and the ones at Bespin, I'm going to do my best to read all of them and then read the possible answers. And I'm going to try not to use the guide for at least this one. Bespin one, I might lean on it a little bit, and I'll explain why when I get there. But for this one, I'm going to try and read them out loud. So this is going to be a pretty chill experience. So the first question is, who originally established the Free Trader Association of Boo? Newt Gunray, Shep Cantopult, Darth Maul, or Queen Amidala? Well, out of these four, only one of these four I know is from Naboo, so I'm gonna go with Queen Amidala. And he says no. This is a good start. Was it Shep? You got it. That's the right answer. Shall we do another? One down. 19 to go. Corellian clams are known for this property: being hard to open, healing properties, delicious flavor, their blood is alcohol. There's that guy behind the Naboo Palace or Starport who wants Corellian ale. So it's probably the alcohol. You're not even trying, are you? Shit, he knows. um Flavor. Okay, no. I got a 50-50 now. Hard to open. You got it. Why is that a fun trivia question? Of course, all shelled creatures are hard to open. What the fuck? What single center of mass do both Talus and Tralus orbit around? Tatooine, Corellia, a black hole, center point station. Well, they're orbiting around a space station. That's got to be a massive space station, or it parked itself there and it's orbiting around something else. A black hole, I think I would see that in their space sector. Tatooine's a little far away. I'm going to guess Corellia. No! Is it actually a black hole? No? What the fuck? It is center point station. There's no way center point station is the center of mass for their orbit. That's just got to be parked there, right? That doesn't make sense. Wait, I can't apply logic. This is a fucking fantasy setting. Turn off your brain, Burrito. Approximately how many light years is Tatooine from the galactic core? Oh, I don't know. 34,000? 153,000? 43,000? 3. Well, based on the galactic map, I think it's more than 3. It is Outer Rim territory. Want to go hot? Let's just go 153. Apparently no. Okay, 43. That's correct. It was C. Rory is a moon which orbits which planet? Naboo, Corellia, Talus. Yeah, it's got to be Naboo, right? You definitely know your stuff. That seems sarcastic. Try again. Which was right. He maybe put me on the next question. What the fuck? How long is the average day on Dantooine? 25 hours, 24 hours, 30 hours, 125 hours. It's, well, considering all of these are more than a day except for one, it makes me not think it's 24. 30? No, that's incorrect. You thought I'd get that one for sure? Dude, I'm not good at number questions. 125. Wow, you called me an idiot. 25. Okay, that was right. In what system is the planet Dathomir located? Prindar, Quilil, Zizor, or Abraxas? Well, Zizor, that's the Black Sun prince, so I don't think he has a system named after him. Gut says Abraxas. Nope. Quilil? Very good. You got it. Cool. Where did the Trade Federation first test the automata of its vast droid army? Well, Coruscant, Locke, Kashyyyk, or Rory? What, they missed a Y in the Kashyyyk. Test it? Rory? No. Coruscant? No. I'm gonna be. I'm Locke. You got it. It was Locke. There were George factories on Locke, but I didn't think there were trade. Whatever. How many moons orbit the planet Endor? Shit. Well, it's not none because the Imperial's shield bunker is on the moon. It's not on Endor proper. 7. Yeah, it's either 8 or 9. 9. Very good. Apparently, it was the bigger number. How many inhabitable moons does Yavin have? 40, 11, 3, 4. Well, it has at least 4 moons, I think. Because it's Yavin Prime, and then they start numbering them, right? 3? That's correct, I guessed. Yay. Who formed the Brotherhood of the Sith? Darth Vader, no. EK, no. Wasn't it Darth Bane? Who's Joris? I don't even know who that is. Bane. You missed it. Okay. Well, I guess his apprentice would have made it more of a sisterhood. The guy who I don't know. Of all answers you could have given, I can't believe you gave that one. That was very, very wrong. Fine, it's got to be EK, right? Very good. Next question. What company developed the original Victory-class Star Destroyers for the Old Republic? Mindal, Rendili, Grand Muff, Tarkin. That's not a company. That's a man. It's Quat Drive Yards, right? No? Okay, then Rendali. Cool. This is more about how many can Burrito get wrong before he finds the correct answer. The 4 suits of a standard sabacc deck are... Oh, I vaguely remember this one. Swords, staves, cups, and wands. Coins, staves, flasks, and sabers. Swords, sabers, scimitars, and knives. Coins, cups, staves, and sabers. Wasn't coins one of them? I feel like coins was one. Coin, staves, flasks, and sabers. Correct. Yay! That one. I was like, this seems familiar. Which of the following is not considered a standard sabacc card? What the fuck's with these? You play Magic the Gathering? What are these card questions? The Sarlacc, the Idiot, the Queen of Air and Darkness, or Demise? Well, the Idiot's like a Joker. Wait, what's considered a standard? The Idiot? That's incorrect. Okay. Demise? Apparently I'm an idiot. The Queen of... No, it's Sarlacc. It's actually Sarlacc. Wow, okay. What song, written and performed by the band Starburst, who the fuck's Starburst, was rated Scarlet, artistically worthless, and offensive by the Imperial Board of Culture? The Emperor's Hobby, Love in the Atmosphere, Only in Your Dreams, Time for Action. The Emperor's Hobby, right? No. I'm just guessing on this one, guys. I have no idea. Love in the Atmosphere. No. I guessed Love because I feel that the Emperor doesn't get any, given how much he has to clone himself. Time for Action. Wow, just got them all wrong. It's Only in Your Dreams. What song performed by the ensemble Plexo 33 was considered the most popular song in the galaxy prior to the Clone Wars? Well, that one's something in binary number 2. Clones Need Love too. Only in Your Dreams again. Tatooine and Clone Needs Love too, baby. No? The one in binary? Oh my god, of course it was the one in binary. What sport was named the official sport of the New Order shortly before the Battle of Yavin? A Weg Sphere? Kel Tag? Ringer or Sabak? Not Sabak. Weg Sphere? I only guessed that one because it sounded ball oriented. And ball sports are always popular. What is the more common name of the Corsair BTL long probe starfighter? Well, that's the Y-Wing. Yay, I know that one. That's because it's diegetic in the fucking game. Anyways. And it's not just in a terminal I read. The TIE in TIE Fighter is most commonly believed to refer to what? Isn't it twin ion engines? It's tertiary evasion equipment, twin ion engines, timed insular ejection, turbo injected engines, twin ion engines. That's correct. Yay! The playwright Thalos Lauren is best known for this drama, Rhodian Fever, The Trickery of Vosdia Numa, Unusually Bothan, Serpent Rain. Even if I knew this one, I have to pick Unusually Bothan. And he called me an idiot for it. Well, you're not the first. Serpent Rain sounds cool. That's correct. Apparently the cool one's the correct one. Well, you've answered all the questions. Perhaps if you come back another time, you can play again. Who knows? Perhaps I'll have more questions for you then. He won't. Thank you. There we go. Trivial Librarian. Added my badges of miscellaneous events. Wow. Which one's that one? Miscellaneous events. There it is. It's just a book. Sick. All right. Now I gotta run all the way to Bespin for the next one. Let's go. Yeah, that's it. That wasn't too bad. That was a warm up. I got like what, 2 right out of 20 technically. Like if we count the me being correct being like the first answer I give, and it was correct. I didn't have to guess more than once. 2 out of 20 is not great. Would have failed that test. Also, good reminder, since we're here, on Legends, they added the starport, or starship terminals inside the Theed Palace, so we don't need to run all the way back to the starport. Do you think I could navigate to the Wingard HQ without looking at a map? Have I been on Bespin enough now where I could do that? I'm going to try. I think it's up the next street. Yeah, it's here. Haha! Haha! I got it right. Not sure if that's impressive or depressive, but either way, we're here at the Wingard HQ. If you have a hard time finding it, it's the POI marker. To do this next trivia challenge, there is a prerequisite. You have to gain access to the Wingard headquarters, which you can get by completing up to the start of Act 3 of either the Rebel or Imperial Bespin quest lines. You won't be able to get in otherwise. You don't need to finish the Imperial or the Bespin quest line for either factions. You just need to get up to the start of Act 3, which would have you go inside the headquarters. But let's go ahead and go inside. All right, so now that we're inside the HQ, immediately what we're going to do is we're going to come over to one of the elevators, and we're going to go up to floor number 8. We're at floor number 1. Here we are. Okay. So you might remember this floor from me running around, or probably not. But either way, once we get here, if we go over into this side room, you'll see the Chief Librarian. So this is a series of trivia questions that was created by the Legend staff and implemented. So the previous quiz was 20 questions long. This one is 144. Ryan, local Star Wars trivia expert and Legends developer, contributor, and junior keeper of the holocron, as dictated by me, completed this quiz unassisted within about 30 minutes, I think he said. Given my performance at the easier quiz, it might take me a little bit longer, but let's start it by going over this Librarian terminal and click on it, and it says, this terminal has been set up by the Chief Librarian Wells as part of the Librarian's Challenge. The Librarian's Challenge consists of 144 multiple choice questions. These questions have been divided into 12 sections. These sections encompass the 12 distinct topics of information contained within the wings of the databanks and records floor. What topics are covered in the Librarian's Challenge? The 12 topics covered are the Librarian's Challenge in the Librarian's Challenge are Galactic History Pre-Republic Era, Galactic History in the Old Republic Era, Galactic History in the Fall of the Republic Era, the Criminal Underworld, Galactic Law, continued, Corporations, Organizations, and Companies, also shortened for COC, COC, Technology, Bespin and Cloud City, Species Information, Sentient Species, Species Information, Non-Sentient Species, Mythology, Sociology, and Religion, and Galactic Cultures. Interesting. What happens if I get a question wrong? Do I fail the challenge? Failing a question does not mean immediately failing the Librarian's Challenge. 3 strikes are allowed before the challenge is failed, and this is why I might cheat a little bit, as having to restart a 144 question kind of sucks. For the sake of time, if all 3 strikes are used, the challenge is failed. There is no limit to the number of times you can attempt the challenge. You can try again immediately if you fail. However, you will have to start from the very beginning of the challenge. All of these questions, all the answers to the questions, not the questions themselves, are also on the SWG Legends wiki under the Chief Librarian Challenge, and I'll have that in the description of this video as well if you're watching on YouTube. But now that we understand that, let's ask the last question. Can I stop in the middle of the challenge and continue my progress later? Yes, the Librarian's Challenge can be continued at a later point, but you will have to start after the last finished section again. The full challenge should take between half an hour to 45 minutes to complete. It may take significantly more or less time depending on how familiar you are with the topics it covers. Okay. So unlike the Trivial Librarian, I don't think there's anywhere in game you can read about this. This is just testing your broader Star Wars trivia knowledge. I don't know if there's documentation anywhere where the devs pulled this knowledge from. So I don't know if there's anything you do to read up ahead of time other than just being a big Star Wars nerd. I'm going to try my best. But again, I'm probably going to be verifying my answers before committing to them. I don't really want to sit here and flip through the same menus repeatedly. Because if my error rate is like the other one, I'm going to get every 1 in 10 right. It's not great out of 144 questions. But let's go ahead and get started. Challenge commencing. Section 1, Galactic History Pre-Republic Era. So this is everything before the Republic. But it's not Old Republic, I guess. The 12 questions in this section of the Librarian's Challenge pertain to galactic history in the millennium prior to the founding of the Galactic Republic. Yeah, so I guess that 1,000-year era, and I guess Old Republic is greater than that millennium. I'm not good at timelines in this, so let's begin Section 1. Question 1. Which of the following ancient precursor species is largely believed to be responsible for the creation of the structure known as Centerpoint Station? Oh, look, it's a callback to Centerpoint Station. The Rakata, the Celestials, the Gree, the Komai. Luckily, I've been playing Star Wars The Old Republic recently, so I know who the Rakata and the Gree are. I don't know who this last one is. I thought the Rakata just terraformed everybody. I don't remember them making a station. The Gree, I think, don't they stay, like, to the far, like, outer edge of the galaxy? I'll just guess it's gonna be the Celestials. Hold on. Let me pull up my cheat sheet. Is it? It is. Wow. I'm gonna try not to look at the other answers, by the way. Correct. The Celestials are sometimes referred to as the architects and believed to be responsible for many of the large artifacts and astronomical anomalies throughout the universe, including Centerpoint Station. Next question. So, that was 50-50. Question 2. Which of the following star systems is believed to have been artificially assembled by Centerpoint Station's hyperspace tractor beam? Man, it does not help that I don't know what the hell that station is. The Corellian system, the Yavin system, the Sapan system, the Harun Kal system, also known as the Al... I don't even know what these last two are. I don't know. Corellians? It's the Corellian system. Correct. The composition of the planets that comprise the Corellian system match no known models for the formation of planets or stars. Furthermore, the planets' orbits themselves are believed to have once been perfectly circular. Mathematical impossibility. Listen, this is Star Wars. Nothing's real. It's fine. These anomalies suggest that the system was constructed artificially. Next question. Question 3. Roughly 36,000 years ago. Oh, that's a short time span. A group of mystics traveled to a deep core world of Tython to form a monotheistic organization around the phenomenon known as the Forest. What was the name of this organization? The followers of Palawa, the Aang monks, the Jedi Order, the Legions of Leto. Well, I know from Star Wars The Old Republic, that's where the Jedi are after the sacking of Coruscant. Is it the Jedi Order? Yes, it is. Many modern archaeologists and historians believe that the Jedi Order is the precursor organization to the Jedi Order. However, in the wake of the Jedi Order's destruction and Emperor Palpatine's outlawing of the Jedi religion, it has become all but impossible to verify this theory. Wow, that's nice. A little bit in character writing there. See the next question. Question 4. What name was attributed to the pyramidal ships that carried the founders of the Jedi Order to Tython? The Dai Bendu? Well, there's that guy named the Bendu in Rebels. The Thoyor, the Kato Zakar, I don't know, the Kalef. I would guess the Dai Bendu is that's the only thing that registered with me. No, it's the Thoyor. Hey, you know what? I've been doing better than I expected so far, okay? Correct. Historians attribute the name the Thoyor to the Order of Dai Bendu monks. Okay, there you go. Who discovered one of the massive pyramidal ships on the planet Ondo Prime, named the vessel Sus. Thus, not Sus. How the name went from referring to one specific Thoyor to all such vessels is as yet unknown. Question 5. Which of the following factions was the first to rise to prominence and establish itself as the dominant galactic power? The Gree Enclave, Warlord Zim, the Despot's Empire, the Rakkanan Infinite Empire, the Hutt Empire. It's the Rakkadans, right? Yeah, cool. I got that. I know that one. Thanks, KOTOR. Correct. The Rakkanan Infinite Empire is believed to have one span over 100,000 light years. Remnants of the Empire continue to be found to date. Cool. Question 6. The fall of the Rakkanan Infinite Empire allowed its former slave species to adopt abandoned Rakkanan technology to create which of the following technologies? The hyperdrive, cryogenic stasis, interdiction field generators, terraforming. Shit. It's either the hyperdrive or terraforming. Terraforming? I feel like it's terraforming because one of the Rakkadans already invented the hyperdrive if they span infinitely. No, it is the hyperdrive. Shit. My first guess was the right one, as guesses usually are. Correct. By reverse engineering the technologies aboard Rakkadan ships, the civilization of the time were able to develop the hyperdrive and begin exploring and colonizing the galaxy. Next question. Question 7. Which of the following planets was the site of the first battles between Warlord Zim Despotic Empire and the Hutt Empire? Vontor, Argai, Amarni, I don't know. Akalula? I don't know any of those. Vontor, maybe. Is it? It is! Yay, you guessed it. Correct. Though the battle was costly, one of Warlord Zim, and he lost his entire fleet, he nevertheless continued his campaign against the Hutt Empire, finding many more battles before his eventual defeat. Next question. Question 8. Unable to defeat Warlord Zim, the rulers of the Hutt Empire signed the Treaty of Vontor with the native species of the Cyclada cluster in the effort to bolster their forces. Which of the following species is not native to the Cyclada cluster? God, that's hard to say together. And was not a signatory of the Treaty of Vontor. The Laladratil, the Kaltunians, the Nikto, the Nikto, just because I know who those are. No, it's the first one. Correct. The Treaty of Vontor has persisted to this day. The Kalatunians, Nikto, and Vondrans continue to serve the Hutts. I didn't even know they served the Hutts. I just thought that this was happenstance. The Treaty of Vontor is largely believed to be the oldest historical treaty or agreement still in effect. Next question. Question 9. Which of the following major galactic conflicts was the last before the birth of the Galactic Empire? The 100-Year Darkness, the Zel-Tuang War, the Unification War is the First Great Schism. Oh, the birth of the first Galactic Empire? Which of the following major galactic conflicts was the last? The First Great Schism, I'm guessing. No, the Unification Wars, also an ominous name. Correct. As their name would suggest, the Unification Wars was a series of conflicts that unified much of the galaxy together, eventually leading the foundation of the Republic in the years following the war's end. Next question. Question 10. Using the galactic calendar established upon the enactment of the Rusan Reformations, in which year was the Galactic Empire, the Galactic Republic formed? Oh, I have no freaking idea. Pre-Rusan Reformations? I didn't even know that was a year. I thought it was all before Battle of Yavin. Where's my where's my ABYs? Oh, I don't know this one. 24,053. Cool. I hate number questions. Correct. As governments are wont to do upon establishing or reforming themselves, many of the galaxy's dominant powers have attempted to introduce a new calendar and date-keeping system. These new systems only tend to last as long as the government introducing it remains in power. Ain't that the truth? Next question. Question 11. Which of the following organizations is rumored to have ensured the personal protection of the founding members of the Galactic Republic? The Maladins, the Loag, the Geno Haradin, or the Durosian Solidarity? I don't think it was the Duros, the Geno Haradins. I think it's one of the first two. I got a 50-50. The Loag. Oh, it was Geno Haradin. Correct. Stories around the Haradin are vague and often contradictory. Some paint the Haradin as a series of evil enforcers bent on dominating the galaxy. Others describe them as a religious cult. Regardless of these stories, their evidence is to suggest that the Haradin did indeed protect the Republic's founders. Next question. Question 12. Which of the following founding systems of the Galactic Republic demanded the inclusion of the Contemplanes Hermi provision, allowing them to close its borders to the galactic community and recall its delegation from the Galactic Senate while still retaining their standing as a member world? I don't Duro, Corellia, Esselis, or Coralog? I didn't even know Esselis was a planet. I thought that was just the ship in Old Republic, man. Oh, it's a system. They named the ship Esselis after the system Esselis. That's stupid. That's like naming your boat the Atlantic. I got no clue on this one. Corellia? The most recent example of Contemplanes Hermi being invoked was immediately before the Clone Wars at Dictat Shala Maricope's insistent Senator Graham Bell. Iblis. Sorry. I got shot of the hedgehog on the brain. Invoked the provision withdrawing Corellia's delegation from the Senate and declaring the Corellian system neutral as the separatist conflict continued to escalate. Okay, that was the end of section 1. Holy shit, guys. I got like 2 right on the first guess, and I think one of those was a blind guess. So I think the Rakatan question was the only one I answered with any confidence. But either way, the terminal says you have correctly answered all 12 questions in the Section 1, Galactic History, Pre-Republic Era. You have answered 1,244. Section 2, Galactic History, Old Republic Era, when out commands. Maybe I'll get 3 correct in this one without blind guessing one of them, because I might know a little bit more. Section 2, Galactic History, the Old Republic Era. The 12 questions in this section of the Librarian's Challenge pertain to the galactic history of the millennium between the founding of the Republic and the enactment of the Rusan Reformations. Again, don't really know what that are. Let's begin section 2. Question 1. What was the name of the conflict that ended the several Dark Jedi being exiled from the Republic, discovering the world of Korriban, and establishing the Sith Order? Is that the first Great Schism? I feel like that wouldn't happen after the second or third. That seems kind of silly. Apparently, it's the second Great Schism. What was the first about that? What schismed at that point? Correct. Technically speaking, the term Second Great Schism only refers to the rift that formed in the Jedi Order of the time. However, the war that followed, the 100-Year Darkness, is sometimes also referred to as the Second Great Schism due to the fact that the conflict was born directly from the schism itself. So it was an actually question? What the fuck? Even if I knew it, I probably would have got it wrong. Next question. Question 2. Which of the Sith killed Sith Counselor Simus and ascended the Dark Lord of the Sith, ushering in the Golden Age of the Sith Empire? Naga Sadao, that name's familiar. Ludo Krish, that name's familiar. Marka Ragnos, that name's familiar. Dorgal Ram. I don't know if I know that name. I want to say the first three all resonated with me. I think that there were names that I've heard playing the Old Republic, or maybe watching some of the shows, but I don't remember what the hell any of them did. I'm gonna say Kresh jumps out at me. No, it's Ragnos. Okay, well I was right in that kinda. I got it wrong. It's fine. Correct. Marka, Ragnos, Blaine of Republic explorers Gav, and Jory Daragon. Oh, that's what the ships are named after in Old Republic. For the death of the Counselor Simus, inflicting a war between the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic. Though short-lived, the Great Hyperspace War resulted in billions of casualties. Billions and billions of bodies. Question 3. What was the name of the Gav and Jory Daragon starship they were piloting when they discovered the Sith Lord of Korriban? Pride of the Core, Starbreaker 12, Daragon's Cradle, or Zeta 5? I don't know, but these all kind of suck. Zeta 5, because it sucks the least. Of course, it's Starbreaker 12. They all kind of... I mean, what would I name a ship, right? So I'll cut them some slack. At least they didn't name it after the system. Correct. Gav and Jory Daragon were gifted the ship by their parents, Hawk and Tamar, in the years leading up to the Great Hyperspace War. The ship was destroyed by a Sith fleet upon the fleet's arrival in Republic space, having tracked the Starbreaker via homing beacon. Next question. Question 4. Which battle ended the Great Hyperspace War? The Battle of Koros Major, the Battle of Coruscant, the Battle of Primus Galud, or the Second Battle of Korriban? Primus Galud, right? That's gotta be it. No, it's Korriban. I don't know. I had Primus in the name. Oh, that's a big deal, right? Correct. Following the Sith Empire defeating the battle, Supreme Chancellor Pultimo ordered Republic forces to invade Sith space and purge any surviving Sith. Many believe Pultimo's crusade was directly responsible in many of the subsequent wars between Republic and Sith. Next question. Question 5. Freedon Nad. Okay, this name's familiar. And his descendants after his death ruled which Inner Rim world? Onderon, Ambria, Manris, or Merzen? I only know Onderon, so I'm gonna say Onderon. Yes, it is Onderon. Correct. Notable descendants of Frida Nad include King Amin, the Beast Lord Modan Kira, Queen Talia, General Vaklu the Traitor, Queen Lena, and King Regula. Where the hell are these people from? I've never heard of any of you. Next question. What type of lightsaber was created by the Sith Lord EK? Oh, I know this one. It's not the light whip. It's not the Tonfa. It's not the Shoto. It's the saber staff. And yep, it's the saber staff. How do I know? Because I remember he was like the only dude to wield that shit one-handed because he just had to flex that much on everyone else. EK famously revealed his lightsaber's second blade upon confronting his former master, Voto Siosk Bas, on the second floor of the Galactic Senate. The design has since been iterated and improved upon in the millennia since. Next question. Question 7. What superweapon was responsible for the Republic's victory at the Battle of Malachor V and ended the threat posed by the Mandalorian clans during the Mandalorian Wars? I don't remember this shit. The Mass Shadow Generator, the Cosmic Turbine, the Dark Reaper, the Interplanet Ion Cannon. It's the Mass Shadow Generator, right? It's something like Grim. Yeah, and I think I knew... Yeah, it is that one. I think I knew that one because I think it gets name dropped a few times in the Old Republic. And I'm playing through that again right now, so... Thanks. The mass shadow generator drew upon the natural mass shadows generated by planetary bodies. Do they mean... They don't mean shadows in a literal term, right? Burrito, it's fantasy. Don't think about it. At Malachor V, the gravitation anomalies at work within the Malachor system allowed to unleash the catastrophic devastation upon anything within close proximity of the planet. Thousands of ships were destroyed instantly upon its activation. Next question. Question 8. What was the name of the Jedi exile who returned to the Republic to defeat the forces of the Sith? Triumvirate? Whatever. Darth Sion, Darth Nihilus, and Darth Treya. Mitra Surik, Aaron K, Lana Vash, Avisis Mar. I know where Darth Nihilus is from. I'm sorry. I don't remember that shit. Was it Lana? Survey says no. Surik. In addition to defeating the Sith Surik is credited with rebuilding the Jedi Order. Her students, the Lost Jedi, include Anton Rand, Baldur Brianna, Mikal, Mira, and Visis Mar. All went on to train new generations of Jedi. Next question. Question 9. On which planet did Darth Revan, lowercase d Darth Revan, he didn't get his full title yet, hide the Mask of Mandalore as a means of breaking the Mandalorians' morale? I don't remember my KOTOR that well, guys. Dixon, Ricad, Bilsavis, Korriban. Probably Korriban. Oh, Ricad. Okay. It just says correct. It doesn't have anything to elaborate. It's elaborated on everything but this one. They're like, yep, it was Korriban. Nothing to say there. Moving on. Question 10. The Sith Emperor, leader of the resurgent Sith Empire, had many names and titles throughout his nearly 1,500-year life. Which name was his birth name? Vitiate, Valkorion, Tenebrae, or Darmath? Okay, so Vitiate was the name of the Emperor during SWTOR, but that's not his original body, right? Isn't it Valkorion is his real name? I played through the Eternal Throne and Fallen Empire expansions once, and that was a few years ago. No, it was Tenebrae, apparently. Apparently I didn't retain anything that I did during that. Correct. It is believed that Tenebrae rose to prominence on the world of Nathema, once known as Madrias. Legends speak of Tenebrae stripped the planet of life in order to achieve immortality. Regardless of whether or not these legends are true, Nathema today is vibrant with life. Well, I'm glad it bounced back. Question 11. Which faction emerged from the unknown regions to gain control of the galaxy during the Great Galactic War by conquering both the Galactic Empire and the resurgent Sith Empire? The Builders of Ikoth, the Eternal Empire, the Eternal Alliance, the Mandalorian Clan. What is it not the Eternal Empire? It is the Eternal Empire. Okay, I remembered that much. I remember that. Kind of a big point. Correct. The people of Zakul believed that their Emperor Valkorion. Okay, so that was his name. That's his. Got it. Was the demon savior of Zakulan prophecy. It was through the manipulation of the Zakulan religion that Valkorion ushered the planet into a new age and established the Eternal Empire. The Empire eventually fell, with the subjects joining the Republic. Next question. Question 12. Which planet was the site of the 7 final battles of the New Sith Wars, which led to the final extinction of the Sith? Korriban, Ziost, Bothawai, or Rusan? Ziost? Wasn't it Ziost? Rusan, apparently. Correct. Lord Sakuri Khan, leader of the Brotherhood of Darkness, sought to use a thought bomb. Yeah? He's gonna bomb him with thoughts? Against the Jedi forces gathered on Rusan in a final desperate attempt to wipe them out. Khan and his followers were consumed by the bomb, leading to the extinction of the Sith. Finish section 2. Congratulations, you have correctly answered all 12 questions in Section 2, Galactic History, the Old Republic Era. You've answered 144 questions in total. Section 3, Galactic History, Fall of the Republic Era will now commence. You know, I said I was going to have more time after this for other stuff, but damn, this is taking a hot minute. Section 3, Galactic History, Fall of the Republic Era. The 12 questions in this section of the Librarian's Challenge pertain to the galactic history of the years leading up to the Clone Wars, the dissolution of the Republic, and the founding of the Galactic Empire. Okay, maybe since it's closer, I might get more right. Question 1. What was the name of the brief conflict that took place in Thorfera and Quotile systems during Supreme Chancellor Kalpana's term? I know none of these places are people. The Yunchori Uprising, the Mandalorian Civil War, the Stark Hyperspace War, the Nebula Front Crisis, the Stark Hyperspace War. That one screams. Yes, it's right. I don't know how I knew that. Correct. Towards the end of the war, Ayako Stark, leader of the Stark Commercial Combine, defected to the Republic and worked with the Republic forces to bring an end to the conflict. Despite this, Stark was reviled throughout the galaxy and the war for the part he played in instigating the conflict. Why did that? Was that just gut? Question 2. Which of the following individuals served as a Republic senator until their death during the Stark Hyperspace War? Wilhuff Tarkin, Ranulf Tarkin, Ronet Kor, Tvukok. Randolph Tarkin. I don't know. Hey, I'm right. That was a guess. I had no basis of that one. Correct. During the Battle of Troikin, Senator Randolph Tarkin sacrificed himself to ensure the defeat of the enemy troops. In recognition of his service, the Tarkin family utilized their political influence to memorialize Randolph as Hero of Troikin. Next question. Question 3. What was the organization believed to be responsible for the assassination of the members of the Trade Federation Dictatorate at the Eridu Trade Summit? The Maladins, the Geno Haradan, the Nebulon Front, or the Bando Gora? Was it the Bando Gora? No, it was the Nebula Front. Correct. The Nebula Front was founded in protest of the monopolies and corporate conglomerates throughout the Outer Rim, most notably the Trade Federation. In addition to assassinating the Trade Federation Dictatorate at the summit, the Nebula Front also attempted to assassinate Supreme Chancellor Valorum, but the attempt failed. Question 4. During the Naboo crisis, the Trade Federation blockaded the plan of Naboo in protest of which of the following? The Republic's failure to properly investigate the death of the members of its dictatorate at the Eridu Trade Summit, being cut out of lucrative trade deals pertaining to Naboo's plasma export, taxation of the Outer Rim free trade zones, Senator Naboo Palpatine's abstention from the vote to seat Trade Federation planets as member worlds of the Galactic Senate. Wasn't it about taxes? Yeah, taxation of the Outer Rim. See, I was paying attention. I remember that taxes are always the real problem when it comes to galactic discourse. Correct. By blockading the invading Naboo, the Trade Federation sought to force Naboo's monarch, Queen Amidala, to sign a treaty ceding control of the planet to them. Amidala escaped thanks to the assistance of the Jedi task force and later returned to liberate her world from the Federation with the assistance of Naboo's native Gungans. Next question. Question 5. After his capture during the Naboo crisis, how many trials did Newt Gunray face in the Republic's Supreme Courts? I wasn't paying attention I wasn't watching Galactic C-SPAN. Sorry, everybody. 3, 4, 5, or 6. Let's go 4. Yeah, it's 4. Cool, I guessed right. Correct. Despite all 4 of the trials Gunray was part of, he was able to maintain control of the Trade Federation. Many Republic citizens, especially citizens of Naboo, saw this as an example of a great injustice. It was one of many factors that led to the galactic populace losing faith in the Republic as a government institution. Next question, please. Question 6. On which planet did Separatist leader Count Dooku reappear after years absent for galactic events? Raxus Prime, Raxus Secundus. Am I crafting armor layers? Sereno or Geonosis? It's Geonosis, right? Is this a trick question? It is. It's Raxus Prime. What the fuck? Correct. After a decade's absence, Dooku commandeered a Republic communication station in the Tian hegemony and gave a speech that heavily criticized the Republic for its decadence, hypocrisy, and corruption, and the Jedi Order for its complacency. The speech marked the birth of the Separatist movement. Question 7. How many Jedi were sent to Geonosis to rescue the Galactic Senator, Padme Amidala, after capture by a Separatist force? Again, numbers questions. 300, 212, 230, 179. I'm sorry, I wasn't counting them. The longer you stare at the special effects scenes, the more errors you see during those prequel films, so I don't look too hard. 300 because Sparta? No, it's 212 apparently. Correct. Of the 212 sent to rescue Senator Amidala, 179 were killed during the rescue attempt and by ensuring battle between Republic forces and the droid army of the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Though the battle ultimately ended with a Republic victory, it was nevertheless a devastating loss for the Jedi Order. Question 8. In which battle of the Clone Wars did the Separatist Supreme Commander reveal himself to the Republic and Jedi? What? Which battle of the Clone Wars did Separatist Supreme Commander? Was that Grievous? The Battle of Monoliths, the Battle of Persithlin, the Battle of Hippori, or the Second Battle of Geonosis? Grievous was the Supreme Commander, right? It wasn't Monolith. Because this was in the Clone Wars animated series, right? Where he jumps out and kicks the shit out of everybody. You know, they're all surrounded by the droids and they stop firing and they just... Shaggy's there. I think Shaggy dies. Pori? I don't know what planet they were on. Oh, it was the Battle of Hypori. Okay. During the battle, General Grievous single-handedly fought and killed no less than 3 Jedi. Yeah, one of them was Shaggy, critically injuring 3 more. Grievous's brutality during the battle earned him the title the Butcher of Hypori. Stares at the camera. Grievous would go on to commit countless other atrocities throughout the Clone Wars. Next question. Question 9. Which of the following worlds was not considered part of the so-called Triad of Evil of Separatist Fortress worlds? Mygeeto, Felucia, Salukami, or Cato Nemoidia? The Cato Nemoidia, well, Nemoidians. That's obviously one of the Fortress worlds, right? Right? Yeah. Because they go there in the Clone Wars, the 3D one. And they try to have negotiations with the banks and whatever, right? Don't they go there? Whatever. Not considered. Wouldn't it be Felucia? Isn't Felucia like a rural backwater planet? Kind of like an outer rim planet? No, I got gaslit. Apparently it was Cato Nemoidia. Okay. Mygeeto, Felucia, and oh, I guess I was thinking of... Wait, what? And Salukami were deemed the Triad of Evil due to their nature as separatist bastions. Felucia houses the headquarters of the Commerce Guild. It does? Why does every video game in Star Wars make it look like it's fucking nothing's there but Sarlacc and evil shit? Felucia, the Intergalactic Banking Clan fortified Mygeeto to protect the valuable crystal mines. That, yeah, I remember. The vaults located there, and Salukama housed the Confederacy's new cloning facilities. I didn't know that one. Next question. Question 10. What was the name of the Jedi responsible for the bombing of the Jedi Temple in the final year of the Clone Wars? No, it was not Ahsoka Tano. It was not Tsutsumara. It wasn't Ventress. It was Barriss Offee, right? Yeah, I rewatched the Clone Wars a few years ago. I remember. Correct. While evidence initially suggested Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano was responsible for the bombing, Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker was able to discover the truth and expose Jedi Barriss Offee as the true culprit mere moments before Tano was to be sentenced. Very dramatic. Question 11. On which world were the leaders of the Separatist Council discovered to be hiding on under the protection of General Grievous? Mercana, Felucia, Utapau, or Udvar? It's Utapau, right? Yeah, cool. Correct. Nothing else to say there, apparently. Question 12. Following the end of the Clone Wars, which of the following took control of the remnants of the Trade Federation and oversaw the process of imperialization for the company? Lot Dodd, Rune Hako, Marath Vura, Centipeth Findos. Lot Dodd is the only name I know, so was it Lot Dodd? No, it was Centipeth. Correct. In his role as acting viceroy, Centipeth Findos was forced to sign the treaty granting all of the Trade Federation's resources to the newly appointed Emperor Palpatine. Centipeth was then taken into custody by Imperial personnel. He has not been seen since. Holy crap. We're through 36 of them. All right, Section 4. The criminal underworld will now commence. The criminal underworld's commencing. Question 1. Bounty hunter Calo Nord, I don't know who this is, was said to have occurred more kills than which of the following diseases? The Rakul Plague, Cardoon Chills, Falson's Rot, the Iridian Plague. Iridian? I don't know. I know Rakul Plague, but that killed a lot. Iridian Plague? Yes, actually. Yay. I guess right. While the veracity of the tale cannot be verified by modern historians or doctors, the tale of Calo Nord's purported lethality has survived through the millennia since the bounty hunter's death. Next question. Question 2. What was the name of the individual who attempted to gain control of the Geonoharna during the Jedi Civil War? Vorn Durasad, Roland Porlick, Ithork Gildar, or Hulas? I don't know any of these. I'm not even gonna bother. Hulas, apparently. Correct. Hulas the Rhodian attempted to manipulate the redeemed Sith Lord slash Jedi Knight Revan into eliminating his fellow Geonohardan overseers so as to allow him to control the organization alone. Revan refused to help Hulas, recognizing that his request went against the tenets of the Jedi Code. Next question. Question 3. What was the designation of the droid that rose to control the exchange during the Old Republic era? B4D4 Go To, GT701 DD13. I don't know. Go To because it's funny? It is Go To. Of course it is. Go To was a rogue Go To infrastructure planning system assigned to assist with the rebuilding of the Republic following the Jedi Civil War. Unable to do so while complying with Republic law, the droid broke and resorted to criminal means to help bring about the Republic's restoration. Next question. Question 4. What was the name of the famed smuggler that broke the Mandalorian blockade of the Hydian Way during the Great Galactic War? Tertius Loci, Hylo Viz, the Void Hound, or Zal Barrows? Hylo? I don't know. I don't know any of these. It is Hylo, apparently. Hylo Viz was lauded as a hero by the Republic and the citizens by breaking the Mandalorian blockade that was preventing critical supplies from reaching the core worlds. Viz was rewarded handsomely for her actions, but rumor has it that she lost her fortune and her life in a confrontation with the Hutts soon after. RIP. Question 5. Which organization of influential conspirators was formed in the aftermath of the Great Hyperspace War and rumored to have influenced the actions of the galaxy's elite for over 2 millennia? The Star Cabal, the Ghost Cell, the Children of the Emperor, or the Order of Revan? The Order of Revan? No, the Star Cabal. Legends claim the Star Cabal possessed the repository of a galactic knowledge called the Black Codex. Like a little black box. While evidence of the existence of the Cabal itself has been found, no evidence of such an archive has ever been found, and the Black Codex is dismissed by most historians as a narrative embellishment. Question 6. Of the following organizations, which one's ruler holds the title of Underlord? The Hutt Cartel, the Zan Consortium, Black Sun, the Exchange. Holy shit. The Exchange? No, it is the Black Sun. The Black Sun is one of the galaxy's oldest criminal organizations, having been found over 3,500 years ago in the years following the Great Galactic War. So many wars. I guess the name is Star Wars, so that checks out. Though the organization's power and influence has waxed and waned over the years, it has nevertheless survived eons. Wow, that's impressive. Question 7. Shortly before the Naboo crisis, Black Sun suffered a disastrous setback when nearly all of the individuals who made up the upper echelons were assassinated by an unknown warrior. Oh, who led Black Sun at the time and died at the warrior's hands? This is when Darth Maul killed all the leaders and took over, right? It's not Zizor, because Zizor is in Shadows of the Empire, which is after that. Magella, Alexei Garin, or Dal Peri? I think it's Dal Peri. No, it's Alexei Garin. All right. Correct. According to the Republic records, Alexei Garin, who exhibited signs of force sensitivity, turned to the life of crime after he was directed for training by the Jedi Order. Garin would lead Black Sun to do great things before his death and near dismantling of the organization that followed. Next question. Question 8. How many houses make up the core of the Bounty Hunters Guild? 7, 8, 9, or 10? Well, 7, 8, 9, so obviously it's 7, dude. No, it's 10. One who's not even in the equation. Correct. Each of the 10 houses of the Bounty Hunters Guild specializes in a different aspect of bounty hunting. Can you list them? The guild was founded thousands of years ago by 4 influential hunters. Thrask the Trandoshan, that name's strangely familiar. Tiso the Rhodian, nope. Saya Kasai the Twi'lek, and Kikrim Pon, a Corellian Their founding principles are still practiced by the guild. Wow. Question 9. Which of the following houses in the Bounty Hunters Guild is considered the most elite and prestigious? House Renless, House Tresario, House Selactori, or House Benelix? Where are my bounty hunter RPers at? I don't know this shit. Renless because it's first on the list. I don't know. Apparently it's House Selactori. House Selactori is the preeminent member of the Jedi of the Guild, not Jedi. It's currently led by Jesslor Selactori, who inherited the position through right of birth. Despite his important position as the head of the house, Jesslor continues to actively hunt bounties. He has a reputation for ruthlessness. The house is currently headquartered on Resht 7 in the colonies. Okay, next question, please. Question 10. During the Clone Wars, an alliance of various cartels orchestrated the takeover of the world of Mandalore. What was the name of the alliance of criminals? This was in the show. Shadow Collective, the Circle, the Syndicate, or the Hidden Dagger. Wasn't it the Syndicate? No, it was the Shadow Collective. Damn. Correct. It was known as the leaders of the Shadow Collective managed to unify the Death Watch, Black Sun, Pike Syndicate. Oh, that's why, because I was getting it because of the Pike Syndicate. And Hutt Cartel factions who opposed one another and were in direct competition. Nevertheless, the Shadow Collective was able to effect a complete takeover of Mandalore before its dissolution. Next question. Question 11. Which Hutt betrayed his clan and orchestrated the kidnapping of his nephew, Rada Disselajik, during the Clone Wars? That was the Clone Wars movie, the first one that introduced Ahsoka, which is probably one of the weaker films, but the series got better, so it was Zero, right? I'll read all the names. Pazda Zero Zorba Gorga I can't pronounce that. It's Zero. Yep. Correct. Zero the Hutt's body was eventually discovered on the outer rim world of Teth. While the persons responsible for his death has never been identified, most people believe the members of the Disl clan, probably Jabba, orchestrated Zero's death as a punishment for his betrayal. Next question. Question 12. What was the name of the pirate gang defeated by Lando Calrissian at the Battle of Tanab? Shit. The Norlac pirates, the Kavarl pirates, the Onaka gang, or the Itirium in Onaka gang? That's the one that registers. No, it's apparently the Norlac pirates. Correct. Note from Administrator Calrissian. What can I say? Sometimes I amaze even myself, and not others, it seems. I've become something of a celebrity throughout the Inner Rim for what happened at Tanab. If I had a credit for every time someone's asked me about it, I'd be able to buy my own moon and retire. Not that I ever would retire. So did Calrissian go in and add this note, or did someone ask him on staff? I find both very plausible given the character. Either way, that's the end of section 4. We're at 48 of 144. Oh, good. The next one's Galactic Law. Finally, the subject I really wanted to do, Galactic Law. Question 1. What was the name of the founding document of the Galactic Republic? The Coruscant Accord, the Republic Charter, the Galactic Constitution, the Emergency Powers Act. The Coruscant Accords? Nope. The Galactic Constitution. It really is that straightforward, folks. Correct. The Galactic Constitution, defined by the highest set of laws with the newly formed Galactic Republic written by a member of the House Organa of Alderaan. The document unified the core worlds and provided the foundation of the Republic society. The document would be revised and amended many times in the following millennia. Question 2. Which of the following translations most accurately describes the purpose of the Contemplanis Hermi Clause of the Galactic Constitution? Preparation of war, meditative solitude, withdrawal and protest, secession, and totality. I don't even like studying real law. I'm not a real big fan on fake law. Meditative solitude. I was right. I just guessed. I was remembering back to the earlier question and being like, yeah, it was like a, yeah, okay. Contemplatus Hermi directly translates to meditative contemplation. Yeah, it was right there. Meditative solitude from Oleus Corelsi, or Old Corellian. While Old Corellian is perceived by many as an extinct language in the modern era, some words and phrases have survived and been adopted in the modern language. including Contemplatus, Hermes. So it's like fake Latin. We have to have fantasy Latin. Or is it fantasy pig Latin? Either way, next question, please. Question 3. Which of the following is not governed or granted by the rights of the sentients? The outlawing of slavery, the declaration that all sentient life forms are equal and should be treated as such, all Republic citizens were entitled to all rights enshrined in the Constitution, including suffrage, protection from undue hardships, etc., the standards and regulations of interspecies interactions for sentient species is not governed or granted by the rights of sentience. Well, the first and second options here are kind of the same thing, aren't they? They're related, suffrage and slavery. The Declaration of Sentient Life Forms of Equals. The standards and regulations of interspecies. Is it the last one? Yeah, it is. The standards and regulations of interspecies. I didn't know the answer. I just figured it out based on the possible answers. Correct. Despite the rights of sentience nominally being part of the Galactic Empire's charter, the Empire has done little to comply with its clauses. Instead, the Empire has embraced a humanocentric doctrine dismissing non-humans and aliens as lesser species. One moment. Okay. Next question, please. Question 4. Statute 312B, also known as the Fourth Constitutional Amendment, brought about which of the following? Oh my gosh. Greater voting power, eliminated term limits, approved establishment, an amendment of the Republic. I don't know this one, everybody. I don't know how I would learn this without literally reading fake law. I'm just gonna look it up. Greater voting power to planets located to the core worlds, colonies, and inner rim territories than the planets in the outer rim. Okay. Passed during the Clone Wars, the amendment was considered by many Republic citizens to be a mistake and indicative of the Republic's continual exploitation of the outer rim systems. Boundless systems seceded from the Republic and went to join the Confederacy of Independent Systems as a direct result of this amendment. Okay, next question. Which of the following sets of laws dictated the conventions of the Hutt's legal system? The Hutt commercial laws, the Old Law, the Kajadix, the First Blood Law of Ovana, the Kajadix. Yes, I'm right. Cool. Yay! The term Kajadik refers to both the family groups of the Hutt clans organize themselves into and the guiding philosophy of the Hutt society. The word Kajadik translates literally to mean somebody's gotta have it, why not us? Cool. Such a statement is befitting the Hutt's mercurial and avaricious nature. Question 6. What is the name of the organization that enforces the BOSS code? The boss code? That'd be me. The code that regulates conduct for starships and their crews. The Bureau of Starship Sanctions, the Bureau of Ships and Services, the Bureau of Starship Standards, the Bureau of Spacefaring Standards. I don't know, dude. The Bureau of Ships and Services. I had looked that one up. I didn't know. The Bureau of Ships and Services is one of the oldest organizations in the galaxy, having been founded nearly 18,000 years ago. The institution has served each of the galaxy's major governments and is one of the few aspects of the Republic that serve the government transition into the Galactic Empire. Next section, please. Or next question. Question 7. Which of the following laws or codes governs the relationships and interactions between ships and space? The Buccaneer Code, the Authority Starship Code, Safety Registry. Yes, the ASCSR. The Galactic Code, Admiralty Law. Isn't it just the Galactic Code? No, it's Admiralty Law. Okay, whatever. Correct. While the Bureau of Ships and Services Code mandates the regulations and codes of the conduct for individual ships, the Admiralty Law governs how ships are supposed to interact with one another while in missed space. Unlike the BOSS Code, however, the Admiralty Law is considered by most to be archaic and it's rarely considered. Next question. Question 8. Which of the following pieces of legislation passed by the Republic Senate prompted the Naboo crisis? Senate Resolution. Okay, obviously I know what the problem was here. I don't know the resolution name. Senate Resolution BR 0371, Decree a lot of numbers. The Financial Reform Act or the Measure 4213.0410. Um, shit. I don't know. The second one, decree with all the one that's hardest for me to read, because that seems like something law adjacent. No, Senate Resolution BR 0371. Correct. It's the Senate resolution passed by the Galactic Senate in year 32 before Battle of Yavin after the failed Iridu Trade Summit, at which an attempt on Supreme Chancellor Valorum's life was made. The resolution enforced taxation of free trade zones in the outer and mid rims, with the profits being used to help mitigate the Republic's growing budget crisis. Next question, please. Question 9. Which section of the Imperial Military Code defines capital offenses and capital punishment? Section 7, Section 81, Section 12C-C, or Section 12-B? I don't know. How would I? Section 12-C? Sorry, I'm not a Imperial Security Force RPer. Correct. Some of the capital offenses outlined by Section 12-C include mutiny, incitement to mutiny, and the concealing of mutineers or evidence of mutiny. Wow, it's a lot of mutiny. Or planned mutiny. Despite this almost fanatical obsession with preventing mutiny, oh, maybe that's the point, countless Imperial vessels have mutinied against the Empire and joined the Rebel Alliance. Maybe because maybe if you keep putting the idea of mutinying somebody, they'll get the idea to mutiny. Just don't talk about it. Question 10. Which subset of the Galactic Constitution outlined the requirements planets were required to meet and uphold in order to qualify for membership status in the Galactic Republic? The Galactic Republic Charter, the Sector Governance Decree, Unification Policies, or Coruscant Accords? Coruscant Accords. So I gotta get this right once, right? It's gotta be in there somewhere. Hey, it is! Yay! Grievous violations. Oh, grievous again, no. Grievous violation of the Coruscant Accords would often result in offending planet, star system, or sector losing their status as a Republic member world and any privileges granted by that status. Membership can only be regranted if sufficient evidence or continued compliance with the Accords could be produced. Next question. Question 11. How many principal laws are enforced by the Bank of Aragao on the planet of I don't even know the planet of Aragao. 3, 8, 12, or 17. I hate these number questions. 3 apparently. I didn't even try. I just looked. Correct. The 3 laws prohibit the unlawful removal of precious metals from Aragao, the unlawful possession of weapons by non-citizens of Aragao, and willfully conspiring to defraud, discredit, or deceive, a lot of the Bank of Aragao. The Bank of Aragao security enforced the BAS enforced these rules with any violations resulting in the immediate execution. Damn. Don't fuck with their bottom line, I guess. Question 12. Last question, thank God. Which of the following Imperial communiques led to the establishment of the implementation of the Tarkin Doctrine as Imperial policy? Oh my God, they're just all numbers again. Imperial Communique 127, 209, 987, or 1. They're all longer than that. I'm not reading the whole freaking numbers. Apparently it's number 001044.42V. The last one. Correct. Conceived by Moff Wilhuff Tarkin, the Tarkin Doctrine is defined by 3 distinct principles: the consolidation of territories, rapid communication, and ruling through fear. These principles led to the creation of oversectors, the privatization of the HoloNet, and the creation of superweapons such as the Dust Star, respectively. Cool. That's section 5. I kind of did that one a little faster, and I hope it was obvious why. You have correctly answered all 12 questions in the Galactic Law. 60 out of 144, baby. Section 6, corporations, organizations, and companies will now commence. Maybe I know some corporation names, so let's get this one started. Question 1. Which of the following financial institutions is not a subsidiary of the Intergalactic Banking Clan? Oh, maybe I won't get any of these. The Bank of Aragao, the Dressian Kilosh Merchant Bank, the Bank of the Core, the Bank of Nero 11. I know I just had a question about the Bank of Aragao, but it was about standards and enforcements, and I don't think it had anything to do with the banking clan in like that, so I can't rule it out. The Baking Clan seems like they'd murder somebody for touching their money, so I'm gonna leave it in. Um, would it be the Bank of the Core? I gotta look. Yeah, I was right. The Bank of the Core, process of elimination. Correct. Other notable subsidiaries of the Intergalactic Banking Clan include the Intergalactic Currency Exchange System, the Collections and Security Division, and the Intergalactic Bank of Quat. The IGBC was also closely affiliated with a Damask Holdings prior to its dissolution. Next question. Question 2. Which of the following companies is the oldest slash was founded first? What? Why is it oldest slash was founded first? Are some of these older? Wouldn't it be founding first make them the oldest by default? Core Galaxy Systems, Quat, Rothana Heavy Engineering, or Corellian Engineering Corporation. Isn't Quat the oldest? No, apparently it's Core Galaxy Systems. What the hell do they do? CGS, KYD, and CEC were all founded in the first days of the Galactic Republic. While the exact dates of each company's founding have been lost, only Core Galaxy Systems was officially recognized as the founding shipwright, and thus had to be founded first. Okay, what the fuck? Okay. 3. Which of the following companies was rumored to have funded the pirate raids against the Trade Federation in the years leading up to the Naboo crisis? The Kalaran Trade Alliance, Limerge Power, Tag Co., or the Outer Rim Supply Co. I don't know any of these. Were these in the books? Tag Co.? I don't know. Apparently it's Limerge Power. Whatever. Correct. Through Limerge, Power was primarily headquartered on the planet of Tythe. The company possessed substantial holdings at the Limerge building on Coruscant, located in the industrial sector of the works. Sorry, I'm just like, oh, Old Republic. It was from this building prior to the abandonment that the company was purported to have supplied the pirates they hired. Okay, next question. Question 4. The YT series of light freighters is manufactured by which of the following manufacturing organizations? Sands Passenger and Freight, Horar Chawl Engineering, Horsch Kessel Drive, or Corellian Engineering Corporation? It's the CEC. If I got this one wrong, that would be a little embarrassing. And I'm right. It is the CEC. That's kind of like the whole thing. Correct. The YT series has been one of the CEC's most successful. Notable ships include the YT series, include the YT 450A, the YT 700, the YT 1000, the YT 1150, the YT 1210, the YT 1250, and the YT 1300. Hey, if you got something that works, why change it? Instantly recognizable thanks to their saucer-shaped hulls, YT series craft are beloved by smugglers and criminals throughout the galaxy. I feel like I read that exact line of text in a book. I have been reading the old Han Solo novels, so maybe I read it there. I don't know. This seems really... I feel like I've read this like verbatim somewhere. Next question. Question 5. In what year was the Trade Federation founded? 3500 BBY, 4275 BBY without a comma, 33 BBY, or 350 BBY? Baby, I don't know. 350 BBY, apparently. It's younger than I thought. Correct. Originally founded to help mediate disputes between the galaxy's mercantile and shipping conglomerates, the Trade Federation quickly rose to prominence. In under a century since its establishment, it became known as one of the galaxy's most powerful shipping cartels. Next question, please. Question 6. Which of the following titles is given to the overall leader of the corporate security sector, or the CSA? EXO, Auditor General, Direct, or Prex? Isn't it the Auditor General? No, it's the EXO. Correct. As leader of the corporate sector security, the EXO, is that like executive officer? Whatever. Is the person ultimately responsible for each of the 30,000 star systems that comprise of the CSA. Elected from the CSA's Direct's board, the EXO holds social standing roughly equivalent to that of an Imperial Grand Moff. The corporate security sector or corporate sector authority comes up a lot in the Han Solo novels, so it's like, okay, I'm somewhat familiar, but I'm in the third one right now. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember the title. Next question. Question 7. Which of the following planets was the historical headquarters of the Intergalactic Baking Clan? Scipio, Monolist, Megiddo, Argao. Isn't it Scipio? No, it's Monolist, apparently. Or Moonolist. While Scipio is the homeworld of the moon people, Scipio itself lacked any natural resources of note. Oh, is this a what? Because of this, the moons colonized Moonalist, and it was there that the IGBC was founded and its headquarters established. Despite this, Scipio remained an important world of the IGBC, and many vaults being housed there. Okay, so it's kind of a trick question, so they can kind of eat my ass. Next question. Question 8. Which of the following companies manufacture the Z-95 Headhunter line of starfighter? Incom, Free DAC Volunteers Engineering Corps, Sant Cinar Fleet Technologies, or Horst Kessel Drive shit. Oh, I read this one once. I don't think it's Free DAC, or I think it's Cinar, right? Cinar? I gotta look. No, it is Incom. Oh, okay. Correct. The Z-95 Headhunter is perceived to be one of the most capable fighters of its time. Indeed, the fighter remains its use of date more than 30 years after its introduction. The Z-95 is also considered to be the spiritual successor to the ARC 170. You know, they do kind of, the cockpit kind of looks samey. And the T-65 X-Wing, which that relation should be very evident putting them side to side. Next question. Question 9. Which of the following governing bodies of the Confederacy of Interdependent Systems was comprised of the representatives of the corporations that supported the Separatists? The Separatist Parliament, the Separatist Senate, the Separatist Congress, or the Separatist Council? Oh, shit. They didn't call themselves the Senate. Wasn't it the Parliament? Separatist Parliament? It kind of felt like a parliament, because I think they showed it once in Clone Wars in one of the episodes. Like, Ahsoka goes there with, like, Padme, because they're, like, checking out, like, one of, like, Padme's buddy gals, who's Separatist member, and it kind of looked like a parliamentary. They all sat around, you know, like, elevated seats, and they were all screaming down at the floor. No, apparently it's the Separatist Council. Correct. Officially, each of the corporations that supported the CIS claimed to be the neutral... Oh, never mind. I was thinking two different things. The CIS claimed to be neutral in the conflict, with most disavowing the actions of the members of the Separatist Council as rogue and unsanctioned. That's true. They did do that. Unofficially, these corporations only professed this to be true in order to continue doing business with the Republic. Next question. Question 10. Which of the following pairs of corporations are the two largest corporations on the back-to-producing planet of Typhera? Zaltin and Ahalzi? Ahalzi and Kavam? Zukfar and Kavam? Zukfar and Zaltin. I think Ahalzi is part of it. I have no basis for that. I'm just feeling it. I'm going to say the first one, Zaltin and Ahalzi. It is, in fact, Zukfar and Zaltin. So I am... fully wrong on that one. Kinda. The Zukfar and Zaltin corporations have been granted the sole rights to produce the market Bacta, capital B Bacta, for the entire galaxy by the Empire. Wow, that's... Well, it's by the Empire. I don't know how lucrative that is. Like, I don't know how much they're actually paying. Naturally, this has resulted in the total monopoly for Bacta production and distribution, resulting in Zukfar and Zaltin being two of the richest corporations in the galaxy. All right, never mind. Apparently it's super lucrative. Next question. Question 11. Which of the following companies manufactures, among other things, the Akajor class shuttle, the Comruk class fighter, and the M3A Sick fighter? Well, I know what that last one is. And the Pursuer class enforcement. Is it Pursuer class? Is that not the fire spray? I don't remember. Vangelvis Systems, Vothrau Shipyards, Mandal Motors, Shempat Engineered Defenses. What do we... So, Shempat, I know, does shields. Do they also do ships? Is it Mandal Motors? It is. Correct. In addition to Mandal Motors, the Mandalorian people run Mandal Hypernautics, which produces the combination of space and ground vehicles. Some of Mandal Hypernautics designs include the Crusader-class Corvette and the Canderous-class assault tank. Both Mandal Motors and Mandal Hypernautics are highly profitable companies. Next question. Question 12. Which of the following manufacturing specialties is the Lorarn Corporation best known for? Droids and artificial intelligence, starships and space stations, military hardware, mining equipment. I have no idea. Mining equipment, question mark? Let me look. No, apparently it's military hardware. While Lunar Corporation produces each of these types of products, its military hardware is of particular note. Throughout its history, the corporation has sold its hardware to various organizations, from governments to mercenaries and even privateers. Finish section 6. We're at 72 of 144 questions in total. And the next section's technology. Let me take a drink of water. All right, next section, please. We're on technology. Given everything can be probably technology in this, I'm gonna assume this is gonna be broad. Question 1. Which of the following types of power cells is rumored to power the Jedi lightsaber? AH-50 disposable high-intensity power cell, discharge energy cell, DTM power cell, X80 plasma cell. Oh, is this a trick question? Is this like, oh man, because it's going back to like our lightsabers made of plasma, energy, etc., etc. I don't think canonically that's still settled on, but I want to say it's not plasma. That doesn't make sense. Well, it's fantasy. It could be anything. I don't want to say it's the disposable high intensity power cell. Do lightsabers take deuterium? I guess I shouldn't be basing my answer off the schematics of the game, huh? I'm gonna just say discharge energy cell. No, it is deuterium power cell. Wow. Damn it. I psyched myself out. While the inner workings of the lightsaber remain a mystery to most, it can be assumed that the weapons possess power field conductors, power vortex rings, and MERT power insulators. These components or equivalent components are necessary for a deuterium power cell to work effectively. Next question. Oh my god. Question 2. The numbers, man. The numbers, what do they mean? Mason. How much power is an Imperial 2 class Star Destroyer capable of producing with this reactor operating at peak efficiency? Is this like a quote for something? Is this some like Imperial officer nerding out? I'm guessing 10 to the power of 26 watts, which is a mass number, obviously. We have 9.28, 7.73, 3.6, and 7.73. I skipped physics in high school. Sorry, everybody. It's 9.28, 10 to the power of 24. I know physics wanted to help me answer this question, but that's to explain why I don't remember how electricity is calculated. Whatever. When expressed as a full number and not through notation, a Star Destroyer's reactor is capable of producing that big-ass number of watts. That's 9 septillion, 280 sextillion watts. Damn, that number got laid. Next question. Question 3. Which of the following detection methods is the only one capable of detecting a ship with an active cloaking device? Focus unidirectional sensor dish, Longview -382.x long range sensor array, crystal grav field trap. That sounds like a trip. S-S31 long range tachyon detection scanner. Okay. You're not detecting tachyons. Please God, don't be that one. I'm gonna guess a unidirectional sensor dish. No, apparently it's the crystal grav field trap. Okay. The CGT operates on a principle of tuning to a series of synthetic crystals arranged in a grid to a localized gravity field. This grid of crystals is capable of detecting fluctuations within the gravity field that indicate the presence of a cloaked ship. However, CGTs are not infallible and can be blocked by the presence of mass. It's kind of a big fucking oopsie. Whatever. Next question. Question 4. Repulsor lift technology operates on which of the following principles? The projection of negatively charged magnetic fields to repel an object from positively charged planetary bodies. The production of microscopic relativistic shields which alter an object's relationship with gravity. The creation and exploitation of sub-nuclear knots of space-time. It is not that one. The use of thousands of microscopic tractor beam projectors repelling against nearby objects. That one's funny. Magnets. Oh my god, it is the creation and exploitation of sub-nuclear knots of space-time? What? The sub-nuclear knots of space-time that repulsor lift technology utilizes are produced from enormous unmanned power refineries. encompassing black holes throughout the galaxy. These knots then disseminate throughout the universe like background radiation and can be found anywhere and everywhere in the galaxy. What? I'm just not going to think about it. It's fantasy. Question 5. Alluvial dampers perform which of the following functions aboard a starship? Well, they're dampeners. Suppression and redirection of excess energy blowback from laser-based weaponry, stabilizing gravimetric eddies in the hyperspace corridors, shielding the ship from gravitational forces of hyperspace and subspace during faster-than-light travel, regulation of thrust output in starships generator via the challenging of ion particles. Shit. I was hoping like they were all like, do you know what dampening means? These are all gonna be easy. The starship generator one. I don't know. Thrust output from starship generator. Hey, I guessed right. Correct. Dampeners, alluvial dampeners operate through the moving of a servo motor controlled plate. They are critical components and help prevent the hyperdrive from overheating by opening and closing this plate. The alluvial damper is able to control the direction and flow of the ion particles and the rate of the flow from the hyperdrive. Don't think about it too hard, everybody. Next question. Question 6. Tachyonic matter is notable for which of the following reasons? There's a few reasons, but its natural state is superliminal and is incapable of existing in a state below the speed of light. It provides a near infinite source of energy, properly contained and constrained. It allows starships to cross the barrier between real space and hyperspace. It would be all of the above, wouldn't it? Yes. Again, I'm not a physicist, but I've heard of tachyons. The tachyonic matter is the matter that comprises hyperspace and is different to baryonic matter, correct, which comprises real space or normal space. Pockets of both tachyonic and baryonic matter are speculated to exist within another space, another dimension of space that is largely inaccessible. Next question, please. Question 7. Communication between states of reality, in other words, real space and hyperspace, are only possible through the use of 5 threads. These are, small coordinated hyperspace matrices, communication relay stations, artificially constructed hyperspace lanes, gravimetrically interlaced subspace threads. Not the lanes, right? There are communication relay stations in the galaxy, but I don't think they do the reality parts. Is the artificially constructed or gravimetrically interlaced subspace threads? No, it's the small coordinated hyperspace matrices. S-thread matrices crisscross the galaxy, allowing for faster-than-light communication by ferrying communications through them. It is very nearly impossible to intercept communications through them, only possible by installing listening devices directly to the transceivers that regulate the flow of information through the S-threads. Next question. Question 8. Which of the following radioactive elements is capable of influencing gravitational and electromagnetic fields when integrated with the appropriate technology? Xeonomen, Nergon 14, Nergon, tribexylophene 1138. I'm not a chemist, everybody. Isotope 5. Is it isotope 5? That's the one in the Old Republic. It is! Yay! Isotope 5 is one of the rarest substances in the galaxy since the near total devastation of the planet Keb. Yay! I knew this one. Thanks, Tor. Its only natural source. Attempts have been made to artificially synthesize isotope 5 from lyrium, of which isotope 5 is a radioactive variant, but none of the succeeded due to the reliance on intense gravimetric fields to them, or to form. Next question. Question 9. Inertial compensators perform which of the following functions aboard Starship? Will they compensate for inertia? Duh. Reducing the effects of high-intensity acceleration and maneuvers for the crew, adjusting the trajectory of the ship, weaponry to compensate for the aim drift brought by high speeds. No, that's gimbal control. Assist in the calculation of hyperspace jumps when dealing with the gravimetric fields of differing inertia. Maintaining the integrity of deflector screens and preventing the shields shearing at high speeds. It's got to be reducing the effects of high-intensity acceleration and maneuvers for the crew, right? Yes, I was right. Cool. All right, I'm getting more of these than I thought. Not a high number, but more than I thought. Correct. An average humanoid is only capable of withstanding G forces equivalent to 5 Gs. Trained starfighter pilots can sometimes withstand up to 9. However, with most vessels capable of generating hundreds of thousands of Gs, an inertial compensator is required to prevent the extreme forces from killing a pilot as they maneuver. Next question. Question 10. Which of the following methods is utilized to transform Tabana gas into an energy conductor and amplifier for the use in weaponry? Atomic compaction, electral fusion, flash freezing, or supercritical binding. Transform gas into energy conductor to amplify gas to energy. I think it's either fusion or compaction. I'm gonna say compaction. It is. High school science. Let's go. Correct. Next question. They haven't anything to say about that one. Question 11. Which of the following materials is commonly used in construction of solar ionizing panels? Dunium, durasteel, quadnium, or ceridium? This is what I get for not making solar generators as a structures trader, but why would you make those other than city decorations? Real talk. Dunium is an iron, durasteel is a steel, quadnium is a steel, ceridium I think is an iron. This quadnium? I don't know. It is quadnium. Whoa, dude. Biggest Brainicus. Not to be confused with quadranium with an R. Quadnium is an extremely durable metallic substance. The method of processing the steel is one of the Empire's registered trademarks. The steel is included in each of the classes of vessels produced under the Empire's tie line of starfires. Some real trader nerd shit going on here is what I get for staring at resource spawns all the time. Question 12. Relativistic shielding protects against which of the following? Radiation, time dilation, micrometer impacts, or subspace drag? Well, relativistic shielding, I'm guessing is relativistic as in space-time relativity. I don't know what the hell subspace drag is. It's not micrometer impacts, and it's not radiation. I want to say time dilation. Yes, dude. Dude. My wife's going to be so proud. She's the scientist, not me. Correct. Boss Bit. I thought his name was Boshit. Boss Bit Matricure was a human from the planet Delamede who unwittingly traveled 190 years into his relative future due to the failure of his Starhopper's relativistic shielding. Since he was not protected from the time dilation, time passed at a substantially faster rate for Moditure from his perspective. His 190-year trip only took him 2 hours to complete. Finish section 7. Congratulations! You've correctly answered all 12 of the questions in section 7. All right, let's start the next section. Bespin and Cloud City. 12 questions in the section pertain to the gas giant Bespin and Cloud City. Well, I did the Cloud City quest line like twice with VUM, and then I did once in full with my medic, so maybe I picked up some things, you know. Question 1. Which of the following species is not indigenous to Bespin? Beldon, Heliost, Tibanak, or Ugnaught? It's Ugnaughts, right? They're not native. Hey, I was right. While the Ugnaughts have established a significant presence on Bespin, they are not native to the planet, evolving instead on the planet Gentis. Question 2. In which year was Bespin first colonized? 1989 BBY, 2076 BBY, 10,985 BBY, or 865 BBY? It's more recent, right? 865 BBY? I have no idea. No, it's 1989 BBY. Is that a reference to the films? Hold on. Wait, no. No. That would have been too late. No, it couldn't have been, because Empire Strikes Back came out early 80s. All right? Empire Strikes Back release date. Yeah, it was 1980. So no. It's just silly. Correct. Although Bespin was discovered by the Hyperspace Navigators Guild in the years prior to the Mandalorian Wars, It was not officially colonized for another 1900 years. Prior to its colonization, the planet had only hosted small Tabana gas mining operations with no permanent population centers. Next question. Question 3. Which of the following population demographics most accurately represent the population of Bespin? 68%. Oh my god, it's demographic numbers. Isn't it mostly Ugnaught, right? 70% Ugnaught, 25% human, 5% other. Isn't it that one? No, actually. It is 60% human, 8% Ugnaught, 6% Latrillian, and 18% other. Correct. These population figures encompass all of the colonies present on Bespin, including Cloud City, Tabanopolis. Oh my god, Tabanopolis is a fucking place. And the Ugnaught city of Ugnorgrad. Oh my goodness. Who wrote those? Please. Question 4. In which years was Cloud City first commissioned and built respectively? 1000 BBY to 560 BBY, 1853 BBY, 396 BBY, 1889 BBY to 400 BBY, or 3678 BBY to 780 BBY. Wouldn't it have been 1989 BBY to 400 BBY because that's when it was first found, like, colonized or whatever? Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. The previous question answered this one. Cloud City's original commission was first envisioned immediately following the planet's colonization. However, it would take more than 1,500 years for the project to become reality and for construction to begin. Next question. Question 5. The founding and construction of Cloud City is largely attributed to whom of the following? Yarith, Nyrconal, Ugnor, or Ecclesis Fig? Ugnor? I'm going to say Ugnor. No, it's Fig. While each of these people played a role in establishing Cloud City, Yarith is Fig's wife and financier, Nyrconal as the city's architect, and Ugnor as a leader of the Ugnaught Mechanics Union and one of Fig's allies among them. The overall success of the project largely attributed to Ecclesis Fig himself. Question 6. Which of the following Bespin species produces Tabana gas? Floaters, air jellies, air squids, Beldens. Aren't they called floaters? I don't remember what they're called. No, they're called Beldens. Correct. Nothing else to say there. Next question. Cloud City is composed of how many levels? Ah, shit. They did actually say this at some point. 392, 276, 400, or 155. Isn't it like 276? No, it is 392. Correct. Question 8. Which of the following corporations did Ecclesis Fig partner with to construct the Cloud City? The Outer Javan Company, the Ugnaught Mechanics Union, the Toranics Inertial Compensator Corporation, Latrillian / Nothoan Conglomerate. Isn't it the conglomerate? Or maybe it was the Javan Company. Shit. Is it the conglomerate? No. The Toranics Inertial Compensator Corporation. It's that one. The Tyrannics Inertial Compensator Corporation, known these days simply as INCOM, corporation, once specialized in the designing and manufacturing of high-performance repulsor lift platforms. It was for this reason that Ecclesis Figs partnered with them to manufacture the repulsor lifts that keep the city afloat. Next question. Question 9. Bespin's life zone, the section of atmosphere breathable to most humanoid species, is located approximately between which of the following sets of altitudes? I don't know how big Bespin is as a gas giant. 150 to 180 kilometers above the surface. I feel like that's too low. 200 to 250 kilometers above the surface. Can we put this in miles? 150 to 180 kilometers down from space. Oh, why did you do that to me? 300 to 360 kilometers down from space. It's probably closer to space than it is the surface, because it's a gas giant. But I don't know how large the planet's atmosphere is. So I have no idea. I feel like 150 to 180 from space is too close, though. But the 360 from space is really far. 200 or 250 kilometers from the surface? No, it is 150 to 180 kilometers down from space. Other such life zones can be found in other oxygenated gas giants throughout the galaxy. Such gas giants include Krildor and Talorian. Both of these gas giants are also natural sources of Tabana gas due to their similar pressures and temperatures found in the atmosphere. Next question. Question 10. How many repulsor lift engines and tractor beam generators are responsible for keeping Cloud City afloat and maintaining its position? 100,000, 22,500, 36,000, 75,212. Is it 36,000? It is. I just guessed. Correct. These 36,000 repulsor lift engines and tractor beam projectors are located between levels 371 and 392 of the Cloud City. Despite being over 400 years old, the technology remains surprisingly good shape, a testament to the studious work of the men and women who maintain them. Next question is question 11. Which of the following is not a part of Cloud City's governmental branch? The Ungergrad Assembly, the Office of Surgeon General, the Parliament of Guilds, the XX, I don't know, the Ugnorgrad, because you discriminate against the Ugnaughts? Oh my god, I'm right. Cloud City was maintained consistently close ties with the Ugnaughts. The Ugnorgrad Assembly is not a part of its government. Nonetheless, Ugnaughts themselves are not prohibited from holding office within the city's government should they desire to. Yeah, good luck with that. Next question. Question 12. According to the most recent census, Cloud City's official population is which of the following numbers? 5.5 million, 1,658,209, 6,245. No, 6. I think it's missing a 0. I think it's supposed to be 6,245,000. 5,427,088. Isn't it 55? I feel like there's at least 5 million. That only rules out the 1, though. I know there's a lot. Nope. It is 5,427,080. Correct. The exact breakdown of that census is as follows. 1,998,990 Ugnaughts, 393,500 workers in the tourist industry, 346,450 administrators, 499,080 factory workers, 370,930 dock workers, and ship maintenance employees, 1,297,080 workers in the service sector, and 520,000 tourists. Do you usually put tourists in a census? Yeah, Kaz is shaking her head no. Are they like permanent tourists? Whatever. Finish section 8. Congratulations, you have correctly answered all 12 questions in section 8. Bespin and Cloud City. You have answered 96 out of 144 questions. On to section 9, species information. Sentient species will now commence. Here we go. Question 1. How many hearts does a Saurian species possess? 1. 2 binary hearts. 2 independent hearts, or 3? What the I don't even know what the species is. I want to say 2 binary hearts because that sounds the most outlandish. No, it's 2 independent hearts. That makes more sense. Correct. While the Saurian species possess a binary brain system, of course, their 2 hearts, the second of which is there to support their brain, are not binary or interconnected. Rather, the primary heart is located in the chest, and the secondary heart is located in the cranium. Wait, they have a heart in their brain? Yeah, Cass is like, what the fuck? Next question. How big is their fucking head? Whatever. Question 2. How many distinct subspecies of the Nycto species exist? 3, 6, 2, or 9? I don't know. 2? 6, apparently. Correct. Oh my god, I have to read these. There are the 6 distinct subspecies of the Nycto species are the Kajansa Nycto, the Kadasa Nycto, the Esralsa Nycto, the Glussa Nycto, the Shinto Su Nycto, and the Namol Ilrui Rules. That doesn't end with a Nycto. That's it. It's the Namol Ilrul, whatever. There's considerably dimorphism between these subspecies. Okay, next question. Gosh. I was hoping these were more cultural and not biological. According to the historians' best guesses, which of the following was not a subspecies of the Sith pureblood species? Masasi, Lenvarok, Kisai, or Zuguruk? I don't know who the Zuguruk are, so I'm going to guess that. And I was wrong. It's the Lenvarok. Correct. Information on the ancient Sith species is sparse. However, what references to Lenvarok that have been found seem to exist within a martial context, suggesting historians that Lenvarok may be a type of weapon, like Lenvarok's polearm. Stares at the camera. Next question. Question 4. Which of the following species is not hermaphroditic? The Vratics, the Pui, the Huts, the Comite. The Huts are. I don't know what the other 3 are. I don't know those species. The Comets? I'm right. It is them. Cool. Though comets are often referred by masculine pronouns, comets are actually genderless, and the species reproduce through asexual means, namely the use of cloning technology. Yeah, I guess cloning yourself constantly would be asexual. Question 5. Which of the following extinct species was inadvertently destroyed by the Galactic Republic in the months leading up to the Clone Wars? The Shada Bai Boran, the Kwani, the Properite, or the Khalid Dahin. I don't know any of these. I think the universe has something against horses, so the Aquani. Yeah, I'm right. Correct. According to the tales of Aquani survivors who witnessed the destruction of their homeworld, the Republic was testing a superweapon on Aquanis's moon. A miscalculation was made, and the superweapon impacted the system's sun, resulting in a massive solar flare emanating from the star and burning the planet and its people to a crisp. Jesus Christ. Next question. Which of the following species does not possess telepathy? The Iktochi, the Anzadi, the Quirmians, or the Verpine? The Quirmians? I don't know who any of these are. Apparently it's the Verpine. While many people believe that the Verpine possess telepathic abilities, the species actually communicates through the use of radio waves, to which Verpine are highly attuned, capable of communicating with one another over distances of over 100 kilometers using radio waves. Damn, dude. This ability of the Verpine is often mistakenly attributed to telepathy. Next question. Question 7. Which of the following is not true about the Quadrugei species? Can you ask me questions about species that I freaking see in Star Wars? They are born 6-legged canines. They communicate via hypersonic means. Quadrugei pubescens consists of a metamorphosis via a cocoon. Quadrugei lose 4 of their limbs during their metamorphosis. That's not true. Well, it can't be the 3rd or 4th, because they both rely on metamorphosis, so we can rule those out. Unless the metamorphosis happens without a cocoon. But usually there's something to... Whatever. I'm just going to say they're ruled out. I want to say the 6-legged canine. Which is... incorrect. Apparently, they don't lose 4 of their limbs during metamorphosis. They possess 6 limbs as both werewolves and as mature Quadrugei. During metamorphosis, 4 of these limbs transform from legs into arms. Wait, so is that a trick question? Because the legs become arms rather than... So they still lose legs. They're just now arms. Whatever. Moving on. Question 8. The Selkath of Manan, I do know these. They're in the Old Republic. Are believed to have evolved from which of these species? I don't know about this. The Faraxon's shark, the devil squid, the octowhale, or the titan cantry? I don't even know what the hell. The Faraxon shark? I was right. I just guessed. The other 3 just sounded ridiculous. Specifically, the Selkath are believed to have spawned from the have been spawned from and evolved from the progenitor, a female Phyraxan shark of gargantuan proportions. The progenitor is an important figure in Selkath spiritualism. In addition to being the ancestor of their species, the Selkath believe the progenitor to be the source of Kolto in Manon's ocean. Next question. Question 9. Which of the following gases is not lethal to Keldor? What the fuck? Helium, nitrogen, oxygen, or carbon dioxide? Not lethal? Nitrogen? No, apparently it's helium. Question. This is correct. So I guess the Keldor are from a helium-rich atmosphere. Question 10. Which of the following is the primary method of communications for the Weequay species? Linguistics, pheromones, telepathy, or sign language? Weequay? Shit. Why don't I'm trying to remember what they look like. I feel like linguistics is too obvious. Pheromones? It is pheromones. Sick. Just guessing. Correct. Though many species perceive Weequay as unintelligible due to their only sporadic use of verbal language, Weequay are highly intelligent, and their pheromonic method of communication is so complex that it is unable to be understood by nearly all other species. They're smelly motherfuckers. Question 11. The Dathomirian species was born as a result of crossbreeding between which of the two following species? Human and Zabrak, human and Erodian, or Iridonian? Zabrak and Iridonian, human and Echini. Dathomirian is a species? Here's at the camera. I feel like Zabrak and humans too obvious, right? But that's it, right? Yeah, it is human Zabrak. Sometimes it's the obvious one. Considerable sexual dimorphism exists between the two genders found in the Dathomirian species. Yeah, you could say that. The females of the species possess pale skin and hair and lack the cranial horns and skin patterns that categorize the males. Their eye color also varies greatly between the genders. Next question. Question 12. The Abyssin species is native to which of the following planets? Bis, deep core, Bis, outer rim, Abyss, or all of the above? I want to say all of the above. No, apparently it's Bis outer rim. If you guess the other three, you just don't know your Abyssins, I guess. Abyssin are a rare sight in the greater galaxy. Comparatively primitive, the Abyssin are perceived by many to be violent and brutish. The Abyssin organize themselves into nomadic tribal units, and their homeworld of Bis does not possess a central representative government. Ending section 9. Congratulations, that's section 9, sentient species. Next is non-sentient species. Maybe you'll ask me about species that I see more than just once. I mean, Selkath appear a few times in Old Republic games. Weequay appear frequently. Nikto do as well. Where's the Bothan representation? I guess you got Zabrak and human in there with the Dathomiri question. Whatever. Anyways, section 10, non-sentient species. Let's go. The Silphum, a physiological component of the Acklay species, serves which of the following purposes? Regulating internal metabolic processes, digestion of food, intimidation and protection, detection and neuroelectrical energy currents. It's not a fish. It's a bug. Silphum. Digestion? No, it is the energy currents. Whatever. The Silphum operates in conjunction with the countless microscopic hairs across the Acklay's body to sense the neuroelectric currents of other life forms. The Acklay uses this ability to locate and hunt its prey. Wouldn't it be overwhelmed in environments full of electrical currents, like generator rooms and bunkers and whatever? Next question. To which family of creatures do Dianoga belong? Reptilian, mammalian, cephaloid, or molluscoid? Isn't it molluscoid? They're like a mollusk? No, it's cephaloid. It's a cephalopod. Yeah, okay. Other notable cephalopod species include Blixus, the devil squid, the demon squid, the arboreal octopus, and the twin chunk. What? Twin chunk? The fire jelly and the kadak. What's up with what do people got against squids? There's a devil squid and a demon squid. What are you looking up? A cephalopod's a type of mollusk?
Yeah.
Dude, these questions are just made to get. There's been a few that have been trick questions or made to gaslight me.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, aren't they the same?
I mean, it's more of like a square. It's a rectangle.
Square is a rectangle. Sure, whatever. Next question. The dewbacks of Tatooine are which of the following? Herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, none of the above. Dewbacks absorb their nutrients directly from the atmosphere. That is not true. They're literally carnivorous dewbacks, but they're also herbaceous. I think they're omnivores. They are omnivores. I know my big lizard boys. Dewbacks have been known to feast on a wide variety of things, including different types of grasses, underground tubers and roots, desert sages, scurriers, cacti, and small swamp rats. Next question. Question 4. Ferny razorfangs are a subspecies of which of the following feline subspecies? Manka cat, tusk cat, nexu, or dire cat? I don't know, dude. Razorfangs? Tusk cat? They have the big like tusks. Well, no shit, because of their name. You know what I mean. No, it is dire cat. The dire cat is native to the world of Corellia, but have since spread to Talos, another planet in the Corellian system. Well, there's also Narglashes on Naboo, and they look the exact frickin' same, but whatever. The species has a keen sense of smell, which is to utilize to locate their prey. This attribute is shared by the feline furine razor fing subspecies. Yeah, most felines are good at the smell. Next question. Question 5. Which of the following species does not display a biological resistance, immunity, or other ability to counteract the effects of the Force? Which of these does not display? So, the Tauzen, the Yslamery, the Tyranitek, or the Vornsker. Tyranitek is obvious, yes. Vornsker are, I think they're feline or canine type creatures that hunt Force users. That's what, right? Yeah, because I think that's also what Vapad was named after. Mace Windu's fighting style. there's my nerd moment for the night or day or whatever. I don't know who the Tauzen is. Sounds familiar, so I'm gonna say the salami. No, it is the Vornsker. Does not display a biological. Okay, so the Vornsker hunt Force users, but they're not. Yeah, while the Vornsker is capable of instinctually utilizing its Force sensitivity to detect and hunt its prey, it lacks the ability to manipulate the Force directly or exhibit a method of counteracting it. Okay, next question. Question 6. The energy spiders of Kessel secrete which of the following spices to make their webs? Rill, Sinsana, Glitterstim, or Glitterrill? Isn't it just Rill? No, it's Glitterstim. Ew. Glitterstim is spider secretions? Energy spiders feed directly on the life energy of living species and produce glitterstim within their abdomens. What do you mean life energy? Like their blood? They then extrude the photosensitive ribbons of the spice to form their webs. Energy spiders are basically immune to energy-based weaponry. They absorb the charge of those energy weapons, but are vulnerable to ion weaponry. So they're like battery suckers. They're like the Sentinels from the Matrix where they just turn people into batteries. Next question. Question 7. Which of the following are the biggest fish/aquatic creature living in the oceans of Naboo? The goober fish, the coloclaw fish, the sando aqua monster. None of the above. There's always a bigger fish. Isn't it the coloclaw fish? No, it's the sando aqua monster. Okay, whatever, dude. Sando aqua monsters are capable of growing up to lengths greater than 200 meters and weigh over 54,000 tons. They are exclusively carnivorous and prey on various different species that swim throughout Naboo's subterranean oceans. What are you fucking burrowing at? Naboo's an ocean planet. There could be a giant fish in it.
54,000 tons.
54,000 tons? There's no bigger fish. You think it's kind of weird to think that's still considered a fish? You think it'd be a mammal at that point, like a whale. You know what I mean? Anyways, next question. To which family of creatures do fambas belong? Reptilian, amphibian, mammalian, avian. What? Well, they're not avian or mammalian. They're on an ocean planet, so amphibian would make sense. But they don't express any amphibian traits. But then their in-game models are real shitty, so... But, like, they don't have webbed feet. They don't have... Whatever. What is it? They are amphibian. Fambas are the primary domesticated animal of the sentient Gungan species of Naboo. The large lumbering beast serves as a variety of purposes, from beasts of burden to livestock to mountain cavalry during battle. They're massive. They look like they'd be terrible swingers. Whatever. Next question. Question 9. How many distinct species of crate dragon are there? 2, 3, 8, or 9? I don't know.
2.
2? You're guessing 2? Kaz guesses 2. It is 2.
Yeah, they were in my Star Wars Creatures art book.
I should have read your Star Wars Creatures art book before doing this section of questions, I guess. The 2 distinct species of crate dragon are the canyon crate dragon and the smaller of the 2 variants, which possesses dorsal and crown ridges, and the greater crate dragon, the larger of the 2 variants with black skin that preys upon banthas and sarlaccs. I didn't know those were 2 different species. I thought they were just adolescents and bigger, but whatever. Next question. Question 10. Which of the following arachnid species cannot be found on Kashyyyk? Okay, I spent a lot of time on Kashyyyk. Wishcock, Urnosaurus, Dallyrakes, or Kinrath? Dallyrake. Yep, I'm right. Yay! I hate spiders, but I know them. The Dallyrake is a species of arachnid native to Talos, a planet of the Corellian system. The Dallyrake are semi-aquatic and live both on land and in water. Their primary method of catching prey, primarily fish, small reptiles, and tabbage. I think tabbage are supposed to be kind of like mole rats or like shaved naked cats or something, is by spearing it with a poison barb. Next question. Question 11. The average mass of a varactyl is which of the following? Who cares? 800 kilograms, 1,150 kilograms, 1,400 kilograms, 1,575 kilograms. I am from the US, so if I put this into pounds, which I can't do very easily, I'm not getting out a calculator. I feel like it'd be 1,400 kilos. No, it's 1,150 kilograms. I knew 800 was too small. Varactyl are highly intelligent creatures native to the arid world of Utapau. Domesticated long ago by the Utai, the species is cousin to the dactylian. They communicate primarily through short, loud vocalizations and are renowned as loyal, capable mounts. They are quite a common sight throughout the galaxy. Next question. Question 12. Of the following creatures is herbivorous by nature? The Ronk, the Urusai, the Tauntaun, or the Reek? Not the Reek. I don't know what the Ronk are. I want to say Tauntaun, but what are they? But what can they? Are there any plants on Hoth? Yeah, how do carnivores survive on Hoth? Well, how do herbivores survive on? They must like dig. Well, no, the snow's like always there. How would an herbivore survive on a rocky snow planet? Yeah, Kaz is like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Oh, it is the Reek. While many Reeks are fed by meat by their owners, this goes against their herbivorous natural tendencies. Feeding a Reek meat turns their skin crimson and heightens their aggressive tendencies. Furthermore, Reeks are unable to survive on a diet of meat alone and will die without being regularly fed on plant life. Well, I guess rhinos are mostly herbivores. I guess that checks out. It's in section 10. Next section, please. All right, so section 11, mythology, sociology, and religion. Let's start with question 1. Which of the following religious groups' symbol was adopted by the Galactic Republic as the Galactic Roundel? It's called the Roundel. The Pious Dia, Church of the Force, the Church of Infinite Perception, the Order of Bai Bendu, or Dai Bendu. There's the Bendu again. Shit. The Bendu? I don't know. No, yeah, it is. Haha. Though the Order of Dai Bendu is all but extinct, owing to the fact that it was founded over 34,000 years ago, its symbol remained one of the most recognizable as that of the Republic until the government's dissolution and reorganization into the Galactic Empire. Next question. Question 2. Which of the following concepts is at the pinnacle of worship within the Ithorian culture? The law of life, the herd, the mother jungle, the high priest. It's the mother jungle. I got that from the Ithorian in the hotel during the Bespin quest line, right? Because I thought it was freaking weird. Yeah, it's the mother jungle. Yay! What I learned from playing the game, dude. Correct. The mother jungle is the world-spanning jungle that encompasses the surface of Ithor. In order to preserve the jungle, the Ithorians constructed a large floating city far above the surface. Access to the surface was forbidden for all reasons except for essential and religious purposes. Next question. Question 3. Which of the old gods was seated at the top of the pantheon of ancient Zakul mythology? Oh, this goes back to Valkorian and stuff. Sivaka, the constant companion, the mother of sorrows. Aivala, the favored daughter. Nahut, the hated son. Isaac, the ultimate devourer. These are all kind of ominous. I guess the favorite daughter is not very ominous. So cool's kind of edgy. So probably Isaac, the ultimate devourer. Yep, I'm right. The edgelord writers at BioWare make it easy, baby. The other deities of the Zakulan pantheon are Tith, the god of rage, Insni, the goddess of envy, and Zildrog, the demon serpent. Those that worship Zildrog were deemed followers of the old ways. However, Zildrog was sometimes considered simply be an extension or aspect of Isaac himself. Next question. Question 4. Which of the following deities is the ancient demon of the Bardodan religion? Malmoral, the Great Mother, Frangnal, or Dagyoin? I don't know what the hell this is. Apparently it's Malmoral. Correct. Artistic renditions of Malmoral, the demon of war, portray him as a serpent with the ability to breathe fire and lightning. Malmoral's most devoted worshippers are the Fangnal cultists. During the Clone Wars, these cultists attempted to sacrifice Bardata Queen Julia to both Malmoral and the Great Mother. Question 5. Which of the following deities worshipped in the Weequay religion is the god/goddess of thunder? Quay, Rule, Uru, Amsak. Quay. I don't know. It's Amsak. Quay serves as the moon god of the Weequay religion, named after one of the Silural's moons, whereas Rule and Uru are two of the Weequay goddesses of water. Many of the gods and goddesses of the Weequay religion are related to one another. Sounds like some other religions. Next question. Question 6. Which of the following gods is the good of evil or the god of evil in the Gungan religion? Mekmok, Balmtop, Wamka, Pol, Oma Oma. I'm going to say it's George Lucas, but that's not on this list. So I'm going to look, and it's a Mekmok. Correct. Despite the fact that he was associated with evil destruction and discord, and even though he was the only god capable of escaping Oma Oma's control, Mekmok still resided in the mythical city of Osorus, like the other Gungan deities. However, due to his evil nature, he was shunned by his peers. Next question. Question 7. The primitive Ewoks of Endor. That's a little judgmental, my guy. Anyways, the primitive Ewoks of Endor believe that they are descended from which of the following figures featured in their religion? The Golden One, the Great Spirit, the Spirit Tree, the Light Spirit. So they refer to C-3PO as the Golden One, which I think he was like a prophetic feature. I don't know if they said they thought of him as God in the film, right? It's been a bit since I watched all of the original trilogy. That's got to be Golden One, right? It's like the obvious one. No, it is the Spirit Tree. Okay. So I was on the right track originally. Not only did the Ewoks believe that they themselves descended from the Spirit Tree, they believe that all life returned to the tree after dying. Next question. Question 8. According to Kalish religion, ascension to godhood is achieved through which of the following? Siring a worthy lineage of children as the gods did, proving oneself a warrior through great deeds, a life spent in devout prayer and worship, by inheritance or direct blood connection to another ascendant. Isn't it the proving oneself as a warrior? That seems familiar. Yeah, proving oneself as a warrior through 80s. That was correct. Yay, I kind of remember that one. I don't know where I learned that one, but I did. The Kalish martial religion is one of the many reasons that their society is heavily militarized. Kalish forces have fought against countless different enemies throughout the millennia, from the Bitivirian to the Huk to the Jedi and even the Empire. Next question. Question 9. Which of the following is worshipped as the god of healing by the Kowei on the planet Mimban? Pomogema, Kanu, Thrella, or Kyber? I don't know any of these. I'm just going to say Kyber because it sounds like Kyber crystal. Apparently it is Pomogema or Pumogema. Priests of the Temple of Pomogema are said to use a powerful healing crystal named the Kyber crystal. Oh, there you go. To amplify their healing abilities. The Kyber crystal is rumored to even be able to resurrect the dead, even though this has never been proven. Next question. It's like need citation. Nice citation needed. Question 10. Which of the following names is one of the most commonly attributed to the creator figure from droids espouse a belief in? The creator, the giver, the maker, the builder. It's the maker, right? Yeah, because C3PO says it all the time. Correct. The nature of which many droids revere the maker, which many beings perceive as the codified religious belief, is one of the many arguments that droid rights activists utilize when they argue that droids are sentient and deserve the rights afforded to other sentient species. Next question. Question 11. Which of the following is not a deity within the Skakoan religion? I don't know this. Lord being of the Swibblies, the Sea Seers, the Swirbliss, or the Elders. It's not a deity. The Lord being of the Swirbliss, because it's the only one that isn't plural. Nope, it's the Elders. Correct. The Elders are the holy clerics of the Skakoan religion. Under their guidance, Skakoans practice the many rituals of their faith. Next question. Question 12. The Angti attribute which of the following names to the deities they worship? Those who peer beyond the veil, those who walk beyond the veil, those who dwell beyond the veil, those who watch beyond the veil. It's gotta be peer beyond the veil, right? No, it's dwell beyond the veil. Okay. Just guessing. Little is known about the Angti due to their reclusive, isolationist nature. However, those few beings that have had direct dealings with the Angti have all heard the words, those who dwell beyond the veil, attributed to the beings the monks worship. That's the end of mythology, sociology, and religion, everybody. Last section, galactic cultures, which I guess is going to have our last 12 questions. Question 1. Which is the name of the tenets and principles that define traditional Mandalorian culture? The Canons of Honor, the Way of Mandalore, the Super Commando Codex. I like that. That's funny. The Rezolnair. Is it the Way of Mandalore? This is the way, right? No, it's the Rezolnair. Sorry, I'm not a Mandalorian. The Rezolnair, or six actions, are the central tenets of the Mandalorian life. The creed in Mando is as follows: Bajor Bal Beskargam Aranov Alit Mando Bel Mandalore Unvekuyan Me. The creed translates to mean education and armor, self-defense, our tribe, our language, and our leader all help us survive. Okay, next question. Question 2. In polite society, what the fuck do you mean? The mathematically inclined given offer which of the following types of equations as a greeting? Quadratic, logarithmic, polynomial, parametric. Quadratic? I don't know. It is quadratic. Yay, guessing. Failing or refusing to solve one of these simply quadratic equations greetings is considered rude and will likely result in the given asking it taking offense. Result in the given asking it taking offense? Alright. Typo. Question 3. According to the Wookiee Code of Honor, Wookiees are forbidden to do which of the following in combat or on punishment of exile? Kill a member of one's own family, harm a Worshire tree, destroy another Wookiee's bowcaster, use their claws as a weapon. Kill a member of their family? No, it's use their claws as a weapon. What? Correct. Should a Wookiee utilize their claws as a weapon, they will be branded a Mad Claw. Oh, that's where that comes from? A grave dishonor. Mad Claws are exiled from their home and families and are often banished to the Shadowlands, the dangerous wilds of Kashyk's surface. Having claws is useful, though. Why not? Whatever. Question 4. Grand Protector of Rhodia Harido Kavilla encouraged the Rhodian people to pursue which of the following activities as a way to help burn off their aggression? Bounty hunting, theater, sculpting, hollow. It's bounty hunting, right? No, it's theater. What the hell? Rhodian theater initially began as a series of staged fights. However, over time, these fights evolved into fully fledged performances, and from there into grand theatrical epics through bounty hunting. Oh, though bounty hunting is considered a more prestigious profession, theater actors are still highly respected, and most clans have their own troupe of performers. Okay, well, that's a fun fact. Question 5. In the wake of the destruction of Alderaan, Alderanians have begun a tradition where survivors travel to the remains of their home world. This tradition has been named which of the following? The pilgrimage, the journey, the return, the homecoming. The homecoming? No, it's called the return. Oh, because Return of the Jedi. Correct. Upon arriving at the remnants of Alderaan, it is customary to recite the following phrase in memoriam. For the collective memory of those we lost, and we who continued them in our hearts. Next question. Question 6. Which of the following cultures developed a unique gestural language while their homeworld was occupied in order to communicate without their oppressors' knowledge? The Twi'leks, the Mon Calamari, the Wookiees, the Lordian. I want to say the Twi'leks. No, it's the last one, the Lordian, the one I don't know. Though the Khan's disorders, the conflict in which the Lordians suffered under the Agrazdan occupation ended over 3,000 years ago, their kinetic communication has continued to be passed down between generations and is still utilized today by Lordians throughout the galaxy. Okay. Question 7. A Miralon places a unique tattoo on their face or hands to signify which of the following? The commemoration of a family member, the completion of a task or mastery of a skill, celebrating a birthday, status and social hierarchy. The second one, the mastery of a skill. Yeah, it is. I just guessed. I had no idea. As Miralon's tattoos serve as a physical indicator of the aptitude or skill, they are often perceived as symbols of status. Because of this, Miralon society is stratified and hierarchical, with more opportunities being awarded to those individuals with many or numerous tattoos than those who have less markings. Okay. Next question. Question 8. Which of the following characteristics is the most commonly attributed to the Arcanian people and their culture? Arrogance, pride, jealousy, anger. Well, they start with an A. Arrogance. It's arrogance. I just guessed. Arcanians' arrogance stems from their society's belief that they, as a race, are the pinnacle of evolution. Oh, good. And thus superior to other races. Their belief is born from the fact that Arcanians are skilled in genetic engineering and have, over the years, removed undesirable characteristics from their species' gene pool. Next question. Question 9. The Celestian culture and lifestyle is based around the organization of Celestians into family groups. What are these groups called? Warren clans, habitats, nests, or dens? I can't imagine Celestians in nests or dens in my brain. Habitats, maybe. Let's go with Warren clans. That sounds cool. That's right. Warren clans, cool. Correct. Celestian Warren clans consist of one polyandrous female, several males, and their young all cohabitate together in large subterranean dwellings. Next question. Question 10. In Geonosian culture, which of the following hives is the ruling hive? Jehinbar, Golba, Dalgazin, or Gallard Stables? Golba? I don't know. That one's funny. No, it's Stalgazin. Correct. Though the Empire has severely punished the Geonosian people for the role they played in supporting the Confederacy of Independent Systems during the Clone Wars, the species has survived, and the Stalgazin hive remains the ruling hive of Geonosis. Next question. Question 11. Which of the following is not a provision clause of the Duros lending tradition? Restructuring of a debt is forbidden. A debt cannot be inherited by another individual should the original debtor die is not a clause. If a debt cannot be paid, any goods purchased by the indebted money is requised and the debtor's credit is revoked. Any interest to be paid is equal to 1/10 of the original value of the debt. Is not a provision. I would say a debt cannot be inherited by another individual should the original debtor die. Like, they probably want their money, right? And I'm right. The debt cannot be inherited. That's real life. Correct. Should a debtor die with an outstanding debt, both the debt and any goods covered by the debt can be inherited by the debtor's inheritors. Good luck getting it from them, but yeah, checks out. Question 12. Which of the following members of a jungle Felucian, or which of the following members of a jungle Felucian tribe is ranked highest in the tribe's social hierarchy? The shaman, the prime warrior, the chieftain, the cleric. The shaman? The chieftain, apparently. I had no idea. Correct. Though a tribe shaman will lead the tribe into battle and utilize their force sensitivity to augment the abilities of its warriors, the chieftain remains the highest ranking member of the tribe and has the final say on all matters concerning the tribe. Congratulations, you have correctly answered all 12 questions in section 12, Galactic Culture. You have answered 144 out of 144 questions total. Finished the Librarian's Challenge. There's our badge, Bespin's Library Challenge. It says, congrats, you're extremely knowledgeable about the galaxy matters. Not really. A unique badge has been awarded. Would you wear it with pride? Wow. It's probably under miscellaneous again. Or maybe it's under Bespin. It's under Bespin. There it is. There, it's time with the question mark. You have answered all the trivia questions posed by the Chief Librarian Wells in the Wingguard headquarters. So those are all the trivia challenges. I'm going to review them really fast. So the first one, and the one that you're probably all more familiar with, which is the Trivial Librarian back in Theed. That one sucks. Luckily, it's brief. I do like that the format is you could just keep redoing the question. You don't have to restart. I do like that. But the reason I say it sucks is because you literally just go read a terminal and then get test on it. It would have been a lot more interesting if it asked you questions about lore that you would have encountered while questing throughout the game. However, I don't know when that trivia was first implemented, so for all I know, they had nothing to go off of for that. So I'll cut them some slack, but that one's not great. This one, I like the spirit of it. I don't like that you can fail and then have to restart and click through. If I had to do that, I probably would have not finished this. It would be very frustrating, especially the law section. Going back, let's talk about the sections really fast here. So we had what? We had, oh, when you're done, you can't even talk to the terminal anymore? Oh, you can't even retake the quiz on the same character. All right, well, I guess that's a downside. So if you ever want to retake it on a character, you're SOL. Anyways, I'll try to remember the sections. Generally, the sections were okay. The one that I think you could just throw out entirely is Galactic Law. I get that it fits thematically, but there's nothing there. I already forgot all the questions because, like, what am I gonna do? Like, oh, Kaz, did you know that Imperial Military Code Section 12C is the governing body for military action and punishment, like exile? And did you know the Imperial Military heavily focuses on punishing mutiny? Like, who the fuck cares? That's not fun trivia to share. Fun trivia is like, did you know Vractals spit venom? Like, shit like that. Like, you need to make them, like, a lot stupider, in my opinion. I don't mean, like they need to be dumb. I mean, like, they need to be, like, fun things to learn. Like, did you know Han Solo has 4 thumbs? You just don't see them. He hollow shrouds them out. You know, like, stuff like that. Stuff where you can go do it, be like, oh, that's neat, and then, like, you could share it over, like, you know, coffee or whatever your drink of choice is, or, you know, when you first meet your significant other's parents, be like, did you know Han Solo's got 2 balls? Like, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, they need to be more fun quiz questions. I did appreciate that some of the scientific ones that came up did have some basis in reality. Obviously, like, hyperspace isn't a thing, but tachyons are definitely they're definitely a concept in real life. We don't know if they're real. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. Like, it was fun that some real life stuff came in. I had some fun with that. I would have appreciated more questions, though, that were diegetic from Star Wars Galaxies itself that you can learn while playing. Obviously, I ran into some things like the Athorian Mother Jungle thing that I could cite, but like the vast majority of these are not citable from this time era in the game, let alone the game itself. I much would have preferred like, you know, stuff that like it quizzes you on the game. I'm not saying that there isn't a place for this general trivia challenge. I think it's fine. It's a fun extra, but again, I'm trying to imagine who this was made for, and I think the only people who would find this fun are real big trivia buffs on specifically Star Wars, which I know I'm playing an old Star Wars MMO, but I don't know very many people actively playing this game that would find this particular challenge fun. They might try it and they'll get to the law section and then do what I have and go, who the hell cares? I would have preferred trivia questions that were more, like I said, lighthearted, fun, something interesting. I'm not saying give me like film questions, as in like, did you know during filming they needed to give Mark Hamill extra pairs of undies because he kept getting sand in them? Like, I don't need that stuff. Just like, like again, there wasn't a single question about boffins and they're playable in this game. There wasn't a single question that actually dealt with Twi'leks, and Twi'leks are playable in this game. Instead, we got a lot of questions about expanded lore stuff. I know that might have been the goal of this trivia, but that's not stated. That could have been an internal development goal for whoever wrote these questions, but I don't have that context from my perspective. I go, how am I supposed to know any of these if I haven't like been reading Wikipedia for fun? Either way, thanks everyone for sticking around for that and for watching this if you're watching on YouTube. If you missed any of the questions, of course, go watch it on the YouTube later once it gets up there. Next time for badges, I think we might get back to doing some more exploring or cleaning up some other things. I see the meat lumps in the corner and I don't want to acknowledge them. Don't make eye contact with the meat lump king, or he's gonna try and sell you bath salts or something. Anyways, later.